But my life is good. Really good. I get to wake up every morning at 5 a.m. and make some soup. It's the best. I love it. I get to lay in a bed by myself all of my life. It's fantastic.
You're playing music too loud, right to jail, right away. You're driving too fast, jail. Slow, jail. You're charging too high prices for sweaters, glasses. You right to jail.
Where's my burrito? Where's my burrito? Where's my burrito?
Oh!
Okay, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that.
No, there is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
Okay, but yeah, I can't read it. There's no words on it.
Okay. Ready? Sure.
There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean? To play us out.
Sting is going to do. It's a video. Sting video.
What is
for credits?
I don't know what that means. To play us out. What does that mean? To end the show?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it.
Okay. In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a. I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live.
Right.
Fucking thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.
Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it!
We obviously didn't communicate clearly. We're here to discuss your surrender, not mine.
Tú eres tan romántico molestando con una vipa. Me preguntas si te quiero. Yo te digo que no estoy lista y no quiero comenzar. No hay nada que empezar. Yo te dejaré atrás. Mientras gano más y más. No estás en mi nivel y tú no eres obligación. No estás motivada y tú aburre mi corazón. Eres un idiota sin inteligencia y razón. Entonces déjame tranquila y te escriba tu canción. Tú eres tan romántico molestando con una vipa. Me preguntas si te quiero. Yo te digo que no estoy lista y no quiero comenzar. No hay nada que empezar. Yo te dejaré atrás. Mientras gano más y más. No estás en mi nivel y tú no eres obligación. No estás motivado. Corazón. Eres un idiota sin inteligencia y razón. Entonces déjame tranquila mientras escriba tu canción. Estoy aquí a disfrutar. Estoy aquí pero quiero gozar. Si quieres a mí pero vamos a bailar. Cintura a cintura, papi, tra, tra, tra. Bailando, gozando y me gusta tomar. Pero no quiero pendejos que no quieren respetar. Déjame pendejo, papi, ya no más. Déjame pendejo, papi, ya no más. Estoy aquí a disfrutar. Estoy aquí pero quiero gozar. Si quieres a mí pero vamos a bailar. Cintura a cintura, papi, tra, tra, tra. Bailando, gozando y me gusta tomar. Pero no quiero pendejos que no quieren respetar. Déjame pendejo, papi, ya no más. Déjame pendejo, papi, ya no más.
Hey! Oh, what's up?
What's up?
What's up, mi gente?
What is up, everybody? It is your boy Luis Martinez live with you on a 420.
Yeah! I'm
Mi
not high.
gente show. No.
Not yet, not yet. I'm debating.
Got my 420 shirt here.
You ready? You ready?
The homie Big Choik 420s company here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if they still make shirts and stuff, but
That looks cool though. I love it.
Yeah, like the little logo with the little stoner guy lighting up.
I love it. I was looking for any 420 merch that I may have. I don't have any. I'm lame. All I can find is like a green hat. That looks cool, right?
I thought bucket hats were out this year.
You know what? They're back in, baby. 420.
Back in 420. Yeah. What is up, everybody? This is Mi Gente Show. Myself, Big Chief Burrito, Chiefin, and that's Sofia Carrillo.
That's me. What's up?
Maybe on some Eddies. This is the final stream that we're doing before Sofia goes on her journey.
Yes.
To Mother Europa.
Oh, geez. I'm excited.
Yeah.
We're celebrating a lot of things today. We called it the bye-bye birthday stream for a few reasons, right? The bye-bye is we're about to go on a hiatus.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because I will be gone for 3 weeks. Yes. But also, mi gente, it's somebody's birthday. Happy birthday, Luis.
Yes, and thank you. I appreciate that. In 5 days, I will be 8 years old. And, I still act and dress like I'm 27, so it's not a big worry for me because, that is what it is. So thank you, everybody that's stopping by. I threw the StreamYard link. I'll put it in the chat, because I know.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's get wild.
If anybody wants to stop by and say happy birthday, say happy 420, anything like that. Hey, what's up, Mello? Go ahead and hit that StreamYard link. And you guys can come through, say hello, hang out with us for a little bit. It's going to be kind of a relaxed happy 420 mellow. Smoke them if you got them.
Yep.
And in honor of 420, we're going to be doing I'm going to be putting myself through the bracket bit.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. You are our local stoner, so this is not only your birthday, but your day fully.
Yeah. I mean, I smoke. I'm pro. I've always been pro marijuana legalization. I love the fact that weed is now legal in California and many other states. I do remember what it was like to have me and my roommate put $5 a piece to get a dime bag of swag back in the day, and now I can walk into a dispensary and I still got a weed guy, but I can go buy some pre-rolls. I can go buy some gummies.
Hell yeah.
And then I also have a lot of different types of weed and stuff.
Nice.
So I'm with it. I'm about the culture, and it's fine. And it's interesting that we were like legalize it for so long,
and now
it's legalized. And now
it's beautiful.
Guys. I love the future. I love the future. So
it's looking good so far.
Hey, what's up, the Mike? Thank you for stopping by. Happy 420, man. Smoke him if you got him.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if anybody's out there. What are you guys smoking on tonight? What's your 420 rituals? And then let's just do a little message to the uninformed. And if it's your first time and it's 420 and you're like, I'm gonna get high, I'm gonna eat some edibles.
Mm-hmm.
I posted something about this last year. Is like, if this is the day that you decided to break your weed cherry, take it easy on yourself. Like if you start feeling weird, drink some water. Put on a movie that you like and just relax. You just breathe and drink water. That's the best thing you can do. And
enjoy the ride.
Enjoy the ride. It's just sometimes even when I eat strong ass edibles, I have to literally put myself a post-it note that says you're just high. Hey. And
speaking of edibles, all right, you guys, it's 420. I don't do this, but in honor of your birthday, 420, should I do the big 3-piece? Or should I do just like a micro dose?
I would say do a micro dose.
Start with the micro dose.
Yeah, that's always good advice. Start with the smaller size. See how you feel before. That's another thing. Don't eat that. Don't eat 3 brownies just because after you eat the first one you don't feel anything.
Yeah, we're teaching the youngins. This is how you do it.
Each one teach one, as they
Watch
say.
me in like hour 3 of this podcast, just like fucking loopy as hell. And let me tell you what I think about healthcare.
Yeah, so we got no agenda, no nothing today. So let's start.
I have agenda. Hold on, I got something to say.
Let's start with personal. Is that personal news or is this an intro? No.
You hear that? ¡Feliz cumpleaños!
Yeah, you can't play that. They're gonna kick us off stream.
Okay, I'll stop it. Que cantaba el rey David.
Thank you.
So here's my thing, you guys. I have a happy birthday. I don't think anyone can see it. Let me turn it off, actually.
Go ahead, do it.
I had these really cool lights. I was like, let me set it up for Luis. This is happy birthday. And then my ghetto ass just wrote Luis over here on paper.
Thank you.
You know, I had to do a little something for your birthday.
I appreciate it greatly.
Happy birthday.
I appreciate it greatly. Thank you very much.
Sorry, my big head is covering it, but it's there.
You and your bucket hats that you're forcing back into style. I like it.
I'm forcing it today. It's the only green thing I own, apparently.
Is that green? Is green not your color?
Apparently not. I only own like 3 green things, and it's because I'm preparing for St. Patty's Day. Like it's those, planned outfit for St. Patty's Day.
Oh yeah. We
you gotta have some green.
We had a stream on St. Patty's Day this year. We had the necklace.
Oh yeah.
That's that. Yeah. So does anybody have any 420 rituals? Anything that they particularly always do? 420 on 420 stuff like that. Go to the park, eat some edibles, make some cakes. I know.
Did you have growing up? How did you celebrate? Did you ever celebrate 420?
Well, I grew up during pre-legalization, obviously. In my day, weed was illegal. So there was in New York, there was always like a May Day is J Day celebration where like May 1st, people would crowd the parks and there would just be like a pro sort of legalization marches and stuff like that, marijuana days. San Diego, when I came out to California, even though it wasn't legalized, it was just like kind of like usually there would be concerts, or there's usually like an Earth Day thing happening sometimes it coincides, but for the most part, like usually like 5 times out of 7 it's during the week where you have to work.
Yeah.
So, and when you smoke every day to a certain degree, and I've slowed down over the years, it's more like I'm gonna smoke a little bit more than I normally would.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, for me, since I don't smoke, I would always celebrate 420. And sadly, it would always be on a weekday mostly. But yeah, so in high school, we would ditch and we would like just get high, go get ice cream. I don't know, like, go driving. Get a little high. Yeah. So I have fond memories on 420.
Nice. Nice. It's always fun. It's awesomely fun. Let's see what I wanted to do for this one. You want to kick this off? This is let's if you guys will indulge me as I get through our tabs here right now. Let's us celebrate this momentous day by learning a little bit about the history of 420.
Yes.
All right.
How did it start?
How did it? A lot of people don't know the history about 420 or the history of marijuana. And what happened was that 6.38 million years ago, Satan plants the first cannabis seed on the Asian continent to tempt future Christians.
Yay, Satan. Oh, thank you.
This is from The Onion today, the timeline of marijuanas. So 420 BC, salud, is a disappointingly uneventful year in the history of marijuana. Nothing really happened on 420 BC. Yeah.
Well, there we go.
In 1871, the Great Fire of Chicago starts as a result of an unsuccessful effort to turn Mrs. O'Leary's cow into a bong, and that, of course, caused the Great Fire of 1871.
Of course, as everyone knows.
So this is just a small thread I found from The Onion based on the history of marijuana. Yeah.
So the pre-bong era, they used cows.
They tried unsuccessfully to turn a cow into a bong.
I'm learning so much.
Yeah, everybody knows. I mean, the 420 is not always it's a weird day. Like the whole theory was that it was to be a code that cops used for stoners. I don't know, maybe it was just the best time of day. I remember back in the day when I first moved to California, I've actually gotten laid because of 420 a long time
ago.
Yeah, because this was so a long ass time ago when I first moved to California. This was like 97 maybe in San Diego. I used to live by the beach. And my friend used to have a shitload of big ass bags of weed back then, right? So one time we were driving around and we saw these 2 girls in this convertible, right? And they were just driving. We were on the freeway driving next to them.
That's so California.
So California. And then my friend noticed that they had a 420 sticker on the back of their car. And I didn't know what the fuck 420 meant. Right. This is me just out of high school because I wasn't a stoner in high school, as we talked about.
Yeah.
So I moved to California. I started getting into the culture, and he's like, dude, follow those chicks. They have a 420 sticker, right? So I was like, what the fuck does that mean? He's like, it's a weed thing, man. And I was like, all right. So I pulled up next to them, and he like rolls down his window, and he like shows them this giant bag of weed, and they're like, ah, and they're like, yeah,
Nice.
follow us. Yeah. So cut to us spending like the next day and a half with them.
That's so romantic. Wow.
So romantic.
Wait, who's this friend? Is he still your friend? What's he up to?
No, I don't know. Honestly, no. It was my boy Ricky, and I don't know. I lost touch with him probably like 20 years ago. So just somebody that I knew back then when I first moved to Cali.
Ah, good times. Did y'all Eiffel Tower or no? Okay.
No, it was not that interesting. Not that interesting.
That's going to Paris.
All right. Okay, I had this one saved. This is a good story for today. I don't know if you guys were familiar with this one. Afro Man got sued by law enforcement. Afro Man, which everybody associates with marijuana.
Yeah.
2 zigzags, baby. That's all I need. Yeah. So basically, what happened was that Afro Man's house got raided by cops, and they raided his house. They broke down his door. They basically, and they might have stolen some money because blah, blah, blah. So what he did was they destroyed his property. So what he did is he dropped a music video, and he used the footage from his security cameras of the cops fucking up his house. And he released a song called like, "Are You Going to Pay for My Door?" or something like that.
I love that.
So what happened was that after the release of the video, the law enforcement officers who were featured in the video began suing Afro Man because they said that he used their likeness without their permission.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah, but I mean, they raided him and they didn't find shit. So what were they supposed to do?
How'd they get the warrant? Did they have a warrant? How dare they? That's rude. Free Afro Man. He's innocent.
Leave Afro Man alone. Obviously, he had his shit together because they didn't find nothing.
Exactly.
So
damn.
No big deal
the
there.
Police.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyway.
Anything else? Personal news for you?
Personal news. Let's see.
Do we know where we can watch your Coming Out for Love yet, or?
Oh right. Okay. So I guess that's personal news. Yeah. So I got an email. I don't want to hype everyone up, but I did get an email, and we are trying to shoot the first few react shows before I leave to Europe. I told them, I was like, I'm going to be gone, so I'm not going to be able to film anything. And they were like, all right, we'll try to get the episodes to you as soon as possible. So I'm going to try to film that. So I guess the react show is a go. So I'm still going to be reacting to the show. The show comes out. It's called Coming Out for Love. And it comes out on May 5th.
Ooh, on Cinco de
Lesbo. And my react show is for OML. So the thing is, like, the cast doesn't know a lot of stuff right now. We haven't gotten a lot of information, except it's going to be released on May 5th. But the react show that I'm doing is for OML, which stands for One More Lesbian.tv. They are a streaming service. So I can assume that we are going to stream on OML and on the Coming Out for Love website. So just go to Coming Out for Love. I think they're pre-ordering the episodes in the season already. So yeah, go and support your girl and let them know that you bought it from me.
So you had already done some reactions though, right?
So yeah, I mean, I did. It was more like of a technical shoot. Like I did it because I told them I didn't want to drive up to LA to do it, because I could go up to LA and shoot it weekly at their studio, but I was like, I have all the equipment I need. Like, I have all the stuff that I need here. So they sent me the episode and I shot it. But yeah, so I think I ended up choosing a camera that I'm going to use, and I got it sorted out, so I'm kind of ready. But yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that while I'm in Europe. I have no equipment over there, so We gotta hurry up, guys.
You're gonna shoot as many as you can over here.
Yeah, I told them I'm gonna be gone for 3 episodes, so they're gonna send me the first 3. I'm gonna react to them, send them the footage, and then they'll be releasing it I think it's gonna be released weekly, every Friday, probably, starting May 5th. And yeah, for those of you, if you weren't in the stream when I talked about it, it's a lesbian dating show. Basically, think lesbian bachelor. Okay, so there's 1 lesbian and 16 contestants, I think. Yeah, and I'm one of the 16, baby.
Nice. Coming Out for Love soon on OML and on the Coming Out for Love website.
Yes.
We'll make sure we share all those when we have them. And any thoughts of inviting some of the contestants or anything for an episode when you come back or something?
I would be so down. I think I'm gonna, because I had that thought for the React show as well. So, but since the first 3 episodes, I mean, are gonna be already pre-filmed, yeah, we should totally have them on the stream.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd be down to reach out. We have a chat. So, fun fact, we are all very close, and so we have a chat. We've kept in touch, so I can just kind of throw it out there and see which one wants to come on. But I would like to do whoever gets eliminated that episode. I'd be down to reach out. We have a
so you want to do like a
like a post, yeah, like whoever gets eliminated in that episode, like hopefully we can have them on and talk a little bit about their experience on the show, whatever. I think that would be cool. Yeah.
Nice.
I'll figure it out. I mean, I'm gonna see the first few episodes, so I also lived it, so
you're
I know
allowed.
the order.
You're allowed to schedule guests, right?
Yeah, totally. I listen. No, you want to know something? Okay, I'll say it on here. There were some guests that I reached out to that have yet to reply. You know who they are, Lou, because I mentioned them.
Oh yeah, they have a bunch of followers.
And it made me feel like, y'all seem a little, I don't know. It's not looking.
Listen. The scheduling guests for a podcast thing is difficult. I did it a lot for Indie Apocalypse with Ty, and that was mostly local, so it was pretty easy.
But I feel like it's easier with local, smaller people. But did you shoot your shot with because Chris Estrada was pretty big.
Look, I shot my shot with Andrew Nemi, who's a poker vlogger with like hundreds of thousands of followers, and he's a big time poker blogger. I shot my shot with Nick Mangold, who's a Hall of Fame player for the Jets. Julito from The Wire from HBO show. Yeah, so Twitter made it made it a lot easier for me to shoot my shot in a lot of those areas because you interact with people and there's a little bit, you can really actually literally talk to celebrities and stuff like that. And it got me there. So yeah. But then there's been times where you're like, hey, I got this person. I should be able to get this person. Right. And then you reach out to them. And for whatever reason, like I've reached out to people and be like, hey, I want to promote your beer brand because it's a Latino and beer brand. And they're like, yeah, get back to me. So I get back to me and they're like, nah, we're not really interested. I'm like, okay. I asked once, then I do a follow-up. And then if they give me silence, I'll wait a good amount of time and I'll sometimes ask a final time, but I won't, I've never hounded people.
Gotcha.
And sometimes if I really want that guest, I won't even ask for like months and months after the second time. And then I'll just be like, hey, I'm just checking in. We're still doing the show. Blah, blah, blah.
If you're still, if you're interested.
Just FYI, here's a recent episode. This is how many downloads we're getting. I just give them some facts. Hey, you have anything promoted? I still have you on a list of people that I'd like to have on the show. And then sometimes those pan out and sometimes don't, Yeah,
that's true. All right. Well, I'll give it a second shot.
Yeah.
And a final third months from now.
Yeah, just do a second. If you don't feel like, but it is a kind of a pain in the ass sometimes to do that, And then there's people.
We're trying to promote you, bro. You're welcome.
Yeah. Sometimes they're like, "What are you doing?" Yeah. So it's all depending. But one major thing happened on Twitter today, and that is that the blue check marks are gone.
That finally happened. It's official.
Yeah, it's official.
Oh shit! What does
Legacy.
it look like?
It looks kind of weird because in my timeline it was all kinds of people, and you look at like famous people, the Pope.
The Pope.
They took the Pope's check mark away.
That's crazy.
All right, this happened today also on Twitter, which was the
Everyone's check mark is gone.
And that appears like
Elon Musk's rocket exploded.
Karma.
But it's not trending. And then they said, oh, it was a rapidly unscheduled disassembly.
Sure. That's how you get.
This is Elon looking at like, what the fuck happened? But yeah, if you go on Twitter right now, like the thing is everybody's checkmark that didn't pay for it is like, this is Adam Schiff, 632,000 followers, no checkmark. There's people.
I just text Sarah Paulson.
Yeah, there's like this guy's somebody that follows the Mets, 160. This is like a sports reporter, no check mark. The Pope.
Well, so the people that do have blue check marks, that's because they're paying.
Yeah. So for example, this is somebody that has a blue check mark. They have 2,000 followers. They're a thing. So it got really easy to figure out. Basically, all the blue check mark thing now did is it tells you who's paying for Twitter.
Yeah, which is. Do you think that I'm intrigued by Meta, right? Because they started doing the Meta verified, and now everybody on Instagram, I feel like people that I know that I'm like, bitch, you're not famous. Like, calm down. So a lot of people are paying. Do you think that the same thing's gonna happen where eventually it's gonna be pay for checkmark and it's just gonna go away?
Ice-T, Ice-T paid for his checkmark. He's like, LeBron James, who had said he wasn't going to pay for it. Turns out he paid for his check mark.
Hypocrite.
So but like the Pope got his taken away. Like a lot of people, like I never had one, so it's not like I'm gonna be like all over stuff like that, Yeah. But it is interesting that they took that away today.
I wonder if Instagram's gonna do the same.
Take away the legacy verified stuff.
Yeah. They're making $15 a month to pay for it, right? So
yeah, Twitter's $8. So basically, it's like, but yeah, like everybody so it's like not having the check mark is the new check mark because
apparently
the only thing a blue check mark means now is you pay if you have $8 and you're verified. Like not even the Pope, like everybody else.
And my thing is like Twitter, it's weird because Twitter not too long ago was like the most, I guess, reliable source of news or whatever. Everyone went to the Twitter. It had the verified, and that's how you got your sources. That's how you got your information. The Pope tweeted this. This is what the Pope's, whatever. And now there's no way of doing that. Like how... I don't know. I feel like this kind of maybe leaves an open door for somebody else to jump in and be that.
Yeah. For example, okay, and then here's the thing that came out today that Elon Musk says he's paying himself for some people's blue check mark.
What?
So Elon Musk. So here's Stephen King. Stephen King says, my Twitter account says I've subscribed to Twitter Blue. I haven't. My Twitter account says I've given a phone number. I haven't.
Oh.
So Stephen King still has his check mark, even though he was one of the people that said, I would not pay for a check mark.
So literally they can give check marks to whomever. And I wouldn't say it destroys their reputation, but like, it doesn't help.
Johnny Potato's not paying for a check mark. Yeah. So
what the fuck?
All that the Twitter.
Elon Musk replied, "You're welcome. Namaste."
Oh,
to the Stephen King tweet.
Really?
Yeah. What the fuck does that mean? You're welcome. I allowed you to keep your check mark.
Yeah. He said, I'm paying for a few personally.
Oh.
So like LeBron James, he says I'm paying for a few personally.
You also
So
just don't have to pay. You're the owner. You know that, right?
yeah, it is weird. Yeah, I don't understand. Like even like big organizations, Arizona Iced Tea was like we lost our check mark. Like everybody's like, you know,
Oh, not Arizona
yeah.
iced tea. Damn.
No, they but then like this is my favorite. This dude paid for Twitter.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's
Yeah.
wild. And then people can now people can just make fake profiles and buy the check mark.
Yeah, you can buy the check mark. You could be, you could be at Sofia Vergara and use her same name
Yeah.
and copy her
Maybe
avatar.
her
Or
latest tweets, and then after that, what?
yeah.
Oh my God, I'm gonna do that. Let's troll some people. Who we trolling, Lou?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like I don't know. But then all the people, and then all the people that bought their check marks are like, we got check marks, we got check marks.
Yeah.
But they got like 800 or 200 followers, and it's like nobody's really checking for you and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're paying for what?
No, I think what his plan is to basically make it so that you come up. Rosa's joining us. So we're going to bring her on in a minute here.
Yep.
I guess what he's trying to do is basically, like if he's paying for LeBron and Stephen King, then that's the same as a legacy thing.
Yeah.
And he didn't get enough people to pay, so now he's like, okay. So I think the plan from him is to make it so that verified, or this is what he said originally, was that he was going to make it so that verified accounts and checkmark accounts show up in replies faster. So you have to basically, like, if you reply to a tweet or if I reply to a tweet, anybody who's a blue checkmark, their answer to a tweet will show up ahead of ours in a timeline.
So now that nobody's a legacy, though, then
yeah, the
they
only
don't
people
matter.
that are so
Whoever's
basically
paying.
his minions and his people that love the that are like the muskrats or whatever you want to call them, they're like
His
they're
dick
gonna
riders,
be
yeah.
his dick riders are basically the ones that are gonna get top billing and all
Which
this
is
shit.
like not an environment that I want to be in. What? Twitter's not fun anymore. Damn it.
Oh, it's fun. It's a hellscape. It's fun to watch it. It's fun. It's like being in Rome when it's burning. It's definitely a crazy time to be alive.
True. True.
But again, the thing is, what's unique about Twitter is that you could have a verified account. You have a LeBron James if you are on your timeline and LeBron James tweets something and you see, oh, LeBron James tweeted this 3 seconds ago, and you have a pithy, clever response. Then all of a sudden your thing gets pinned and you get thousands and thousands of likes because you're the first response. And then all of a sudden, I mean, that's how I've gotten guests, is because I've been watching people and they're in a conversation. I'm like, hey, just, would you be down to be doing this? But yeah, sure. Hit me up, inbox me, boom, stuff like that,
Yeah.
So you got to shoot your shot. That's how we got Rosa to be part of our show,
True that.
and invited her back in the day to be on Fireside Chats. And then when we got Mi Gente show going, we've had her come on. To the point where she's now an official member of the show, and she's also, if I'm not correct, she's also added Mi Gente show as one of the outlets on Rotten Tomatoes where it says that you can find Rosa. So
it's official.
So she's all in on Mi Gente show. So let's bring her on to talk entertainment news of the week with Rosa Parra. What's up, Rosa?
Hey,
welcome. Happy 420.
Oh, thank you. Likewise.
How are you? How is the Twitter post blue checkmark universe treating you, Rosa?
You know what? I applied a few times before all this debacle went down. I was rejected time and time again. They would tell me, "Hey, you know what? You don't have enough followers, or your work doesn't get enough traffic." So I'm like, okay, that's fine. So now I'm seeing everybody just complain about it, and
you're like, ha.
Listen, it went from you're not notable, you have to work harder, it gives you something to grind for, to how about you just give us $8?
Yep. It loses all the meaning. Yeah.
All the cachet.
Yeah.
It's useless now.
Yeah, no, I all that's trending today is blue check mark But for some reason, the rocket disintegration is not trending, even though they had a successful launch and then 2 minutes later it exploded. But for some reason, it's not in the trending topics.
Oh, how
So
convenient is that?
apparently somebody may be. Look, there's look. I'm looking at for trending topics on Twitter. We got Keegan Murray, Joe Harris. This is basketball stuff because the basketball players, blah blah blah. Stephen King is trending. Alec Baldwin, Happy 420 is trending. Nothing about SpaceX. Nothing about rockets. You know,
Nothing.
Must be. And you know what? I bet you it's not even something that he had to go and say to his team. It's that the sycophants and the people that are still there already know how he is, and they're probably like, "Yeah, we're gonna have to mute all the tweets about SpaceX, rockets exploding today, right?"
Yeah, that's wild.
I'll be honest, I didn't even know about that until you just mentioned it right now.
Yeah, because it's not trending. You would think that a space rocket launch and an explosion would be a big thing, right?
Usually, yeah.
Maybe not. All right. Well, Twitter's a hellscape, but we love it. We still have community there. You can still find Rosa reviews on there and see your thing. But what's new in the world of entertainment, Rosa? What did you watch this week? What can you tell us about what's going on in the world of movies?
Yeah, so I guess I'm going to start with what I just tweeted like an hour ago or so, because the embargo just lifted for Ghosted, which is it's going to be the latest movie with Ana de Armas and Chris Evans. And you know what? I'm a little mixed on it. I saw the film. It was interesting. It had its moments. The action sequences were quite entertaining. The romance, I believed it. They do have chemistry, Ana de Armas and Chris Evans too. Pero it's the script and the dialogue that gets a bit too cheesy, too cliche, that not even Ana de Armas or Chris Evans can deliver that in a believably manner. And it was just so like, ay, no mames, que es esto?
Was it more rom-com or was it more action movie?
It was a bit of both.
Okay, so it was like try to do a 50-50 split.
Yeah,
a bit of both equal cringe.
Exactly. And
oh no.
And you know what? It's watchable because Ana de Armas definitely is. She feels comfortable doing these action sequences, and I can't wait to see what she does with the John Wick spinoff. And Chris Evans, believe it or not, I believed him. I believed him as he's like a farmer who just falls desperately in love with Ana de Armas and becomes a little obsessed, not obsessed with her, but a bit of a stalker-ish, obsessive kind of vato. And I believed it. I believed it for a Captain America to give this performance. I'm like, you know what? I buy it. So in that sense, it did work. But would I watch this again? No.
You're telling me that it is believable that Chris Evans would be ghosted. Well, I guess by Ana de Armas would be the qualifier.
By Ana de Armas, yeah. That's
she's like a CIA operative. Of course she's gonna ghost him. That was the whole point or whatever. But I don't know. I watched the trailer yesterday on Polly's podcast.
Yeah, I saw that.
Live. Yeah, it was. I kind of everything you're saying is exactly what I thought would happen. So I'm like, yay, validated. It just seemed like a cheesy rom-com, like a date movie, but it's probably not going to be great.
Yeah.
So
overly cheesy, but
overly cheesy.
If you're into that, this is going to be right down your lane.
If you got Apple TV and it's a Thursday night and you just had dinner and you throw something on, you can
Apple
do work,
TV
right?
and chill, baby.
Yeah.
There you go.
You know, you watch the last Ted Lasso episode, and then all of a sudden you're like, Ana de Armas, Chris Evans, right?
What could go wrong?
Yeah.
The cheesy rom-com / action adventure. Okay, so what would you give it like on a 1 to 10 scale, Rosa? Or what scale do you typically use? Do you use like the 4 stars, or how do you usually go?
Yeah, I normally use the 5 because it's easier for me to log into Letterboxd. Oh my god, I love Letterboxd. It's helped me so much. It helps me just keep track of everything I watched. So I would probably give it a 3.5 out of 5.
Whoa. Oh wait, out of 5.
So
Okay.
that's like a 7 out of 10, I guess.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's like a solid mid
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, it's watchable, pero a veces sí es like, oh, no manches.
Hey, you know, it happens. It happens. But
Yeah.
it's like a Latina lead. I did like that she was the one doing the action as opposed to him. So I was like, I thought that was a nice little switch.
Yes, you know what? I did appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
You do believe it. I think seeing her in that James Bond movie certainly made us like, okay, you know what? Yeah, she's got more skills than just being a beautiful woman. And there's cameos by a lot of, let's say, action actors. Que a veces they would pop up and I'm like, oh my God, what are you doing here? And it was just too much. And a lot has to do with the dialogue. Because if you take a shot every single time they say, oh, you two should get a room, you would be drunk like halfway through the film.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
no. Again, it's the dialogue that kind of ruins it.
Who wrote this? Damn it.
The cliches.
Exactly.
That's not good. No. Oh my God. That's like bad questions during a podcast. I can't do that. Can't. Huh? No low-lying fruit.
That's
so if you
had opinion, y'all.
So if you had to watch this movie again, or you would have to watch John Wick, but you'd have to hold your pee in for the whole 3 hours, which movie would you watch?
Oh, John Wick, without a doubt.
John Wick.
UTI, come on.
No, hey.
You're like, it'll be worth it.
It would be worth it.
It would be worth it. Okay.
Yeah,
all right, just making sure. Okay. She'd rather hold in her pee for 3.5 hours and watch John Wick again than watch this movie again. All right.
Okay. Damn.
Okay. But does Anna do Anna things? Will I
be happy? So sad. Lou's like, but Anna's in it, right?
You know what? She's beautiful, and she does no wrong. She's good in the action scenes. Está bien bonita, and they do have this like intimate scene that I'm like, okay, yeah,
okay, all right,
yeah.
So,
okay,
yeah.
He's like, intimate.
Anna de Armas can step on my neck any day. All right, so let's get that out of the way.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, no. Hey, listen. Anna de Armas can ghost me all she wants, as I said yesterday. Okay, so that's good. But you also caught up on Cocaine Bear, 80 for Brady, and Tetris. Which one of those was your favorite, or which one of those do you want to start with?
You know what? If we continue on Apple TV Plus, we'll just go ahead and go on with Tetris, which is streaming the same platform. I think this one came out a week ago, starring Taron Egerton, and it's literally about the creation of Tetris and the politics behind it, the licensing, who owns this and who owns that, and internationally, todo eso. So you know what? That one I actually did enjoy a lot. I mean, if you were to watch Ghosted or Tetris, I would probably recommend Tetris.
Tetris?
That one was definitely very engaging. It felt like a political thriller kind of thing. And apparently it is based on what happened in real life. And if all this went down, it was, oh man, certainly worthy of making a movie. Very engaging, great performances all around. But I think it's the aspect of it all, the politics and the greed of it, and who owns this, and we have to sell it, we sell the rights to this country, and then the different, and to me it was a bit of a nostalgic, because they're talking about the invention of the Game Boy and the invention of the Nintendo. So I was like, oh my God, that was my childhood. So
did you ever watch a movie or did you ever get a chance to watch a movie that was like from the 80s called Cloak and Dagger?
That does not ring a bell. No.
Okay, I'm just saying I'm very old, but there was this movie called Cloak and Dagger from the 80s.
Happy birthday.
That's about these. It's like one of the first gamer or like video game movies. It's a little blast from the past if you ever feel nostalgic. But I wanted to ask you, Rosa, how does this compare with another movie recently that's kind of like about a real life event? Did you catch it? Were you able to watch Air?
Not yet, no.
Not yet. Okay, so I
Mm-mm.
want to know how you feel that too, because it's also sort of like about a real life event and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm planning to watch it this weekend. I've heard some behind the scenes interviews, and it just sounds so good. You know what? I'm not gonna
What's this
wait
one
for
about?
it to come out on Amazon Prime, so I'm just gonna go watch it in the theaters. Air?
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's the story behind Nike and how they do the
Michael Jordan.
Jordans. Yeah, with Michael Jordan.
That's cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let us know how you like it.
Yes. Definitely planning to watch it this weekend.
How do you feel about like the sort of proliferation of movies like this? I mean, there's always been movies based on real life events, but it seems like the quality is like they're mixing real life events with like real drama and stuff like that. What can you think of any other recent ones that are sort of this type of, like Chernobyl is more of like a limited series, but stuff like that, I guess that you've liked recently?
I'm trying to think.
Or Sophia, have you seen anything recently that you liked? Besides like the Versace movie or something?
You know, funny enough, I while I was sick a couple weeks ago, I went on a deep Hitchcock
Really?
Because my first
pick our
Hitchcock
director?
film. Yeah, well, I the first one that I watched from him was Rear Window, and I just remember I really loved it, and I was like, you know what? I need to rewatch Psycho because I watched it when I was really young, and so so good. And then I was like, I've never seen The Birds, and so then I watched The Birds, and then I was like, it all started with Rear Window for me. So let's see if it's if it's still good. It's so good. It's still so good. So I know not relevant, not even close to being. But I love Hitchcock. It was just, I went down that rabbit hole recently.
Did you go down the Tippi Hedren? The whole thing with her and Tippi Hedren? Did you go down that rabbit hole?
No, I did not. Should
Rosa,
I have?
you're aware of that, right? The whole thing with Tippi Hedren and
what did Tippi do?
Huh?
I have no idea.
No.
She canceled Hitchcock. She said basically the whole thing was that they mistreated her on set. She basically claimed she was sexually assaulted by Hitchcock, and like a lot of the Bird stuff, like it's almost like that was the 8.5 weeks thing where they're like they went. I don't know. That's what I was like. I'm not 100% versed on it, but I know there was a controversy about him, and how he treated her on set during that movie.
You know, I can see that. Well, I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know nothing. But I will say, watching the movies in like a sporadic order and then realizing that like Psycho was obviously the first one and it was just the best, I can see how a director gets probably a lot of, flowers and a lot of praise, and then gets like free after that. Like you get one good film and now you get a free for all to like make all these films. Because not gonna lie, The Birds was not that good. I didn't like it. But obviously he's Hitchcock, so at that point he was a what is that called when someone's a big name director, whatever.
I mean, he was a big name director when there were only a half a dozen to 10 total directors that were like in that level. There was very few directors in the 30s.
So imagine having that power back in those times. I can see that happening. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
My dogs are going crazy. I'm gonna mute myself.
Yeah, my favorite Hitchcock will always and forever be North by Northwest. I love that movie so much. That's like the Hitchcock standard for me.
That's awesome. I need to watch it. I haven't seen it now.
Yeah, North by Northwest. Yeah, North by. And you know what? If you do go down that rabbit hole, there is a shot-for-shot remake of Psycho that Gus Van Sant did in the 90s, and it's not Ben Stiller, the tall guy from, who I'm talking about, the guy from this is what happens on a 420 show because I'm high as fuck now. This is what happens when I smoke at the beginning of the show versus at the end of the show during
I'm telling you, by the second hour you're gonna be
the tall guy from Old School and Swingers.
Fuck.
Isn't it Ben? He's a big time actor. He was.
Let me see.
You talking about?
Anyway, him.
Yeah, him.
What about him?
And Ellen DeGeneres' old girlfriend. Not Vince Vaughn. No, the other one.
Vince Vaughn. Yeah.
Vince Vaughn and not and then Ellen she was a lesbian and then she was bisexual. You know what I'm talking about? She died in a car crash recently.
Oh.
She died in a car crash in LA recently.
I don't know Ellen's past. I'm a bad gay. Oh no. Ellen, ex-girlfriends.
Ellen, ex-girlfriend car crash.
Car crash. Oh wow, that was the top thing. Oh yeah, Anne Heche.
Yeah, Anne Heche. It was Vince Vaughn and Anne Heche, and I'm pretty sure it was Gus Van Sant. They did a shot-for-shot remake of Psycho. Literally, shot for shot, the same exact shots, but with them playing the different parts. And it's not horrible. It felt like a film school exercise, but if you ever want to see like what a modern filming of that would be in like color and stuff like that, it's not.
You're like, it's not as good in color.
It's not the worst though, but it is.
Well.
All right.
Well, I did have a question because I know you're going to do a bracket bit later, so I won't ask you. But Rosa, what's your favorite 420 movie?
Oh my God! You know what?
Just one.
No,
of all time.
Of all time. Oh
Yes.
man, I don't even know, to be honest. I remember growing up, watching. Oh my God, what was that movie? Let me see if I remember what movie is this. Sorry, there's a dog outside.
No, you're good. Let's see what the top ones are. 420 movie.
Oh, I have them right here.
I hope you made it painful for yourself, Lou.
No, I'm going to. What I'm going to do is I put them all, and then I'm going to ask you guys how many times I should randomize so they're in random pairings.
Oh, okay, cool. I was going to say. Okay.
But the ones that I have for later are How High, Pineapple Express.
That one, How High.
How High.
Yeah.
With Method Man and Redman.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah,
I like Dazed
growing
and
up with that
Confused.
one.
Dazed and Confused is a best one, you know.
Nice. It's so good. So good.
So yeah, so we talked about Tetris and we talked about the Apple reviews. What else do you got for us, Rosa? Cocaine Bear?
Speaking of high.
Oh yeah. How was it?
You know what? I had a lot of fun with this one. I mean, it's not perfect, but the thrill is there. The suspense is there. What would happen if a bear did cocaine? And that shit was terrifying.
It's based on a true story.
It is. And the actual bear, it's called Pablo Escobar.
Nice.
This was the Cocaine Bear's post for 420. It said, "I do huffs, not puffs."
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
the whole thing.
Oh my God.
Yeah. He said, I do huffs, not puffs. Happy well, this was a 420 tweet. But yeah.
I love that. Nice.
Yeah, and it just landed on Peacock, and man, it's a good time.
It's on Peacock. Oh, I can watch it.
Yeah. It's
I'm gonna get high and watch it today. Pops in another chocolate.
You're already in it. Yeah, there you go. Hey, you're gonna be home. Do it.
Oh, it's a 2. All right.
There you go. There you go.
I'm joining you, Lou.
We're 53 minutes in. All right, good job.
Thank you. That's my last one. Don't let me cut me off.
No more. You're cut off.
Thank you.
Yeah, I loved Cocaine Bear. I thought it was really cool. I thought was this her first movie directing, or had she done other stuff?
Elizabeth Banks now. She's done. I think she directed the Charlie's Angels once, the new one with Kristen Stewart. And
she did one of the Charlie's Angels. Okay, I thought she had maybe done a couple of things before that, but she did a great job.
She's directed before.
They definitely went for it, like visually and story wise. Like they just didn't give a fuck. Like, you know, spoiler alert, they have like 11-year-olds doing coke or eating big fucking handfuls of cocaine, which is funny. And then you're like, no, what are they actually gonna? You're just in there. Okay, I'll spoil one thing for you, but you're like, are they actually gonna have little kids in this movie eat a bunch of cocaine? And they're like,
hell yeah,
they're gonna do it. They're gonna go there. But the movie is, I think it strikes a good balance of like absurd with like, you know, monster or killer animal movie sort of motifs, and then just a really weird cast. It felt like the cast of like Pineapple Express. It almost felt. It felt like, yeah, it almost felt a little. It felt a little Pineapple Express. I actually almost put it on because I think it'll be a good movie to get high to in the future. It'll definitely be like a smoke a blunt, watch Cocaine Bear could be a thing.
Nice.
Yeah,
How many people do you think did coke and then went to the theaters?
Oh, during Cocaine Bear?
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know. Are you able to sit through a movie while you're on coke?
That wouldn't be the drug.
They'll probably be the ones cleaning the theater afterwards.
There's a line back and forth to the bathroom every 2 seconds. Yeah. Bloop, 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 bloop. Listen, cocaine is a drug you have to reapply multiple times. It's not like a one and done, like smoke a fat blunt on the couch for 2 hours. Yeah.
Sit there.
I'll tell you what, more people got super high on weed and went to see Cocaine Bear than got super high on cocaine to see Cocaine
definitely.
Bear.
Definitely.
But now that it's on Peacock, I think it might have switched.
I could get high responsibly at home. Watch it on 420. Hey.
So what did you rate Cocaine Bear, Rosa?
Yeah, Cocaine Bear, I actually give it like a 4 out of 5 because that thing was fun. A lot of my grades do have a lot to do with rewatchability. Like, would I watch this film again? And Cocaine Bear, I will definitely check it out again. So, yeah, I was like, yeah, this is fun. I dig it. Some of the kills were a little but you know what? They were fun. Like you just said, it was a little absurd, but it was entertaining. It did its job.
You know what my favorite new segment is when Sophia watches a movie that she'd watched like 8 years ago, and we're like, "Oh, you watched it." That's my favorite new show meme when Sophia's like, "Oh, I finally watched Schindler's List," and I'm like,
blank.
I finally watched Marcel the Shell. We're like, "Oh, good for you, Sophia." We're like,
thank you. We should make that a segment. Just like, what did Sophia watch now that we've all seen 10 years ago? I haven't seen Star Trek. Should I watch Star Trek? I haven't seen Lord of the Rings.
One of the days she's gonna be like, I just watched The Godfather, and I'm gonna be like,
no, sir. Did that a long time ago. I love them.
Oh, okay, got it.
I think Star Wars is one of that for me, though. I waited way too long. I was like, I just saw Star Wars. It's like, okay.
Let me ask you, Rosa. So Cocaine Bear is 4 stars. What'd you give the Godfather?
Ooh. Oh God. Oh God. Pun intended, huh? You know what? Probably the same. I think those. Here's the thing. I think a lot of the movies, particularly what they teach us in film school, and by the way, I'm still working on my film degree, like Citizen Kane and The Godfather, Lawrence of Arabia, all those movies, even like Birth of a Nation. I understand Birth of a Nation to a certain extent, but ahorita I'm like, really? I think they're a bit too like overrated. I think some of the directors that people like have on pedestals, but on me they're just like, all right, they're just there's nothing big. I don't know, maybe because I'm very big on artsy movies, and I would rather sit down and watch like a Christopher Nolan movie instead of a Scorsese. I'm not big on Scorsese like a lot of people are. I know. But you know what? I hold my ground, and that's who I am.
Listen, you're entitled to your opinion, as ridiculous as it is.
As it is.
Yeah. I will let you know though that you have stumbled upon the reason that I quit film school. Because, and I think a lot of this is, for example, in high school for me, when they made me read a book, I hated it. But there was plenty of books, like I found Ray Bradbury on my own and I loved it. And then when we discussed Ray Bradbury in school, I was like, cool, I'm into this. But if they told me go read Edgar Allan Poe, and I'd read it and I'd be like, fuck it. But then when I read Annabelle Lee or another poem that I didn't know, I liked it. So film school for me was very similar to that, because I can't stand Citizen Kane. Like, I understand it from a technical standpoint, but I don't like it. As the same for Birth of a Nation. So I didn't watch those movies. So when I had to watch those movies in film school, it's kind of, I don't know, it for myself, it was something similar where I was like, I don't get it. You know, other than for like the technical aspects and groundbreaking stuff like that. So it might be a little bit of that, but I watched The Godfather on my own multiple times before I went to film school. And I loved it from watching it on my own. So hopefully that doesn't taint it, because Godfather 1, Godfather 2 are like as close to perfect. There's those tracking shots in Ellis Island where he's got like 400 extras and he's doing these panning shots, and not one of the extras looks at the camera. It's fucking perfection in my opinion, but you know, but it takes different strokes obviously to talk about movies. So
I love the first subjective. Godfather. I don't know about the second or third. Or...
I'm sorry, Rosa, what were you saying?
No, I said films are subjective. Like it took me a bit to get through the first Godfather. I had to watch it. I had to watch it a few times because I just couldn't get into it. So I had to be in the right mindset. Yeah. But at the time, again, I wasn't well versed on film and the production of it and all of that. So when I tried watching it on my own, I just couldn't. I didn't get it. I'm like, this shit is boring. Pero learning more about it, learning about
even for Pacino's performance, like.
Yeah, but I've seen it. It's good.
And Brando.
Brando too.
Yeah, Brando. Yeah, I mean Brando.
Okay,
Brando.
all right.
I think that's a huge sign, like a huge tell, though. If you're gonna, if you can sit through a movie and not get into you have to get into the characters, right? Because like I immediately cared about all the characters in Godfather. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. But there's movies that are like classics that I'm just like, I don't like the character. Like I can't get into it. You know, it's just different strokes. I don't know.
Yeah. And another movie that I've tried, I finally watched it, but it took a couple of tries, was like Apocalypse Now.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm like, oh my God. But you know what? I got through it. I was like, okay.
It was rough?
I see it. It wasn't rough. I had to be in the right mindset. There's just something about these movies that just, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I prefer I prefer a lot of international movies instead, than what people often consider to be masterpieces. So nothing against them, but if you would ask me what directors would you prefer to watch, I'd probably watch Latin American film before I watch anything.
But do these so let me just ask you this as a follow-up. Are there any films from that time period, like not necessarily Scorsese or Francis Ford Coppola or anything like that, like in terms of Apocalypse Now or The Godfather, but are there any late 60s, early 70s sort of films from that era, or do you think it's that era in general that you're not liking? Or
no, you know what, I do like a Coppola film, and this is actually my favorite Coppola, and it's not The Godfather. Is it Coppola? I think it's Coppola. It's about fudge, I forgot the name of the film.
Kundu?
No, it's where it's an investigator. Let me see. Yeah, I saw it in one of my classes. I've taken so many classes. And I enjoyed it very much. Let's see. It's not The Godfather, obviously not. Trying to see here. Sorry. I was not prepared for this.
No,
obviously.
you're good.
No, don't worry about it. We got
good. I'm over here searching as well.
The Conversation.
Conversation.
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that one was good. That one I did like a lot. And that one I did have a great time with. But yeah, no, I don't think it's the era, because there's been a lot of films that I've seen, like On the Waterfront. I think that's a good movie. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I just want to purposely go against the
maybe. Listen, I'm just saying.
You're fine. It happens.
Be aware of the school bias that sometimes, because that's kind of like, and like I said, when I got to that part of film school, and I was there in the late 90s. So what I was learning is I was learning cinema. I was learning cutting and splicing film. I was learning creating sounds. We had a Foley class that I loved for like creating sounds. But I was learning how to edit on a machine the size of this bedroom, right? And digital was coming and stuff like that. And I felt like I was two things: learning something that I was outdated. I thought I was learning surgery with sticks and stones instead of like a scalpel. And I felt like I was being molded and told what to think about movies that I had already seen, and to be like, you have to look at the symbolism in this, and he's doing this because of this, and stuff like that. And it turned me off to that. So that's at the point where I was like, I'm not having fun in these classes where I have to talk about movies that I already like or don't like, and I'm learning something that's outdated. And that's why I dropped out of film school and then retaught myself stuff later on when nonlinear editing came on. But so I kind of understand. So you just got to be a little bit aware of potentially that clouding you. But I'll make a deal. You rewatch The Godfathers, I'll watch the whole Paddington Bear series.
So I have not seen Paddington.
Watch Paddington. I haven't either.
Ooh,
I'm-
Pule. It's the long lost relative of the cocaine bear.
All right.
Nice.
I'm just saying. You're saying we can do this on a. We can.
I
do
watched
this.
Marcel the Shell.
We can do this when Sophia gets back in like a few weeks.
No. Here's what we're gonna do. Give
I'll
me
watch
movies
Paddington.
that I can download so I can watch on planes and buses.
What are you gonna have? I have so many.
I think I can download on Netflix. So if something's on Netflix,
Oh, I was gonna say like if not, I can give you a drive with like 40 movies. Like
nah, it needs to be on my phone. You
can put it on your phone.
Oh, I can.
What kind of files can your phone play? I can just make I can make a bunch of small files for you.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
All right. I can put them on the little. I can put them on a little card for you.
How does that get in here, though?
Doesn't it have a SIM slot or a little card, a memory card slot, or no? Or do
No.
those phones
No, not anymore. No, it only has a Type-C port now.
Oh wow!
I know, lame, right?
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
There's a little something here. Let me try to pick at it. I tried to open it the other day. It looks like it would be a SIM card, but I don't know.
I thought Samsung still had the ability to do SIM cards.
Then I don't know,
Not
man.
SIM cards, but like memory cards, like an extension, like a little 128 little memory
check
card.
this out. I don't know what this is. This line with the dot, but I feel like it looks like
you got to put like a thing in there.
Yeah, you got to put a thing in here.
Yeah,
and
that
then
might be
it
where you can put a
opens.
memory
So it
card.
might be in, but I tried to poke at it and I think I almost broke it. So I don't know.
Just you got to do a paper click and push straight down on it.
Yeah. Anyway, whatever I can download on Netflix.
Anyway, moving right along, Rosa.
You guys were high. Happy 420.
Hey, all right, let's get and then 80 for Brady, the old ladies.
Yeah, the modern Golden Girls, ¿verdad?
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm a big fan of the Golden Girls. I kid you not. That's definitely one of the shows I always go back to and just rewatch because it's just comfort for me. But 80 for Brady, which is on Paramount Plus. I thought it was cute. Nothing like they're not breaking the mold here. It's the same thing for older women insisting that their lives aren't over yet, so they want to go experience a Super Bowl watching Tom Brady, and it does have some emotional touches here and there, but overall I thought it was all right. I didn't love it. A lot of these movies like the Book Club or whatever, and things where you do have the older demographic starring in movies like this tend to be just a little meh for me. I don't know, maybe because I'm just too obsessed with the Golden Girls, which is literally the epitome of of depicting older women as not necessarily ¿cómo se llama? Being at the end of their lives. They have so much to live for and just so many adventures that they go through as friends and even family members. Get any movie that comes afterwards, it has a lot to live up to, especially when you have something like the Golden Girls. So yeah, I thought it was okay. I mean, Rita Moreno is Rita Moreno, and she's really good in this. So
they give her something to do over there.
Yeah. She's good. She's a gambler, but but you know what? No, she's good. They have this scene where they have to dance, and obviously she's up front because she's the pro. But it was cute. Overall, it was cute. I liked it.
Okay. What does it get? 1 out of 5?
Probably a 3.5 or a 3.
Okay.
Yeah, it was all right.
It was all right. Okay. All right. Well, that's what's happening right now in news and entertainment. I did want to ask you about one story that's sort of happening recently in entertainment. Oh, and here's the Pope thing.
Okay.
Even the Vatican is like, I'm not paying for that shit.
Doesn't have
they took away his thing. But I know that I wanted to ask you just what your thoughts on the Jonathan Majors situation was, kind of that's been happening over the last couple of weeks. Because I think maybe like 6 weeks ago, everybody was getting excited about different projects that he was being announced on, and they were like, he's had one of the most like rapid ascensions of any star recently. He gets arrested right after Creed 2 comes out, or 3 comes out, or right when it was coming out, he gets arrested. And in New York, basically, charged with misdemeanor assault and harassment. And then he allegedly choked his lady friend, struck her about the face. There's text messages that happened afterwards where she was, and these have been criticized because it could be sort of a victim sort of behavior in terms of like apologizing to your abuser.
Yeah.
But basically, she's like, I don't know why they arrested you. I told them that it was my fault for trying to grab your phone, which is such a weird statement, right?
Yeah.
Then his publicists, they're coming out. They say there's video of the event. She recants her statement, which is again something that sometimes abuse victims are prone to do, because they're scared of their assailant. And then just this week, he was dropped by his manager, his publicist, amid all the stuff, and other people have started to come forward against him. So, how did you feel about him like before, and did you think he was kind of like really somebody that was on the up and up? And what are your thoughts about him currently?
Yeah, I was first introduced to Jonathan Majors in The Last Black Man in San Francisco, and his performance there was just mind blowing. And ever since that performance, I've been very interested and invested in his career, because yeah, he was like this eras or this generations, like Denzel Washington, who was like an up and comer. And I mean, earlier this year I watched Magazine Dreams that premiered at Sundance, and oh my god, that performance was like, in my head I'm like, yeah, this man he's getting the Oscar, because this movie is literally like the Joker but on steroids, literally and figuratively. And his performance is just, man, it's just phenomenal. So to see, he's easily the best part in Ant-Man Quantumania. And I have not seen Creed 3 yet. I'm still trying to catch up on that, but I'm hearing nothing but rave reviews about his performance in that movie too. So to see all of this, I'm gonna be completely honest, I haven't tweeted about it, because I try to withhold my opinion, or at least come to a conclusion, like at least a coherent one, until I've seen all the evidence. I don't like to go based on she said, he said kind of debacle. Yes, we've seen the text messages, but I think the LA Times, was it yesterday, they released an article talking about having footage of the lady who appeared to be not even injured or anything on the hours after she supposedly was struck by him. So again, I'm not gonna get I'm still not gonna have like a coherent opinion on this until I have all the facts and all the data. But I am one of those people who does try her very best to separate the actor from its work and
the Dalai Lama from the tongue sucking.
Oh god.
I don't know about that, but suck my tongue.
No,
sorry.
I understand what you're talking about, Rosa. I mean, it is hard when you're sort of like cheerleading for somebody and you're invested in their career for all of a sudden some stuff to come out. So you sort of
Bad Bunny.
Got to toe that line between being mad at them for disappointing you, but being supportive because you don't have all the facts yet. To follow up on that, this LA Times story came out, and it's actually kind of had the opposite effect, because a lot of people are saying it looks like it's propaganda from their lawyers. They say they do have video of her sort of the same day. And then some of the stuff that the messages that she had sent them were just to catch Sophia up on it. They assured me that you won't be charged. They said they had to arrest you as protocol when they saw the injuries on me, and they knew we had a fight. I'm so angry that they did. I'm sorry you're in this position. We'll make sure nothing happens about this. I told them it was my fault for trying to grab your phone. I only just got out of the hospital. So that's a very weird sort of mix of stuff there, because she's apologizing, but she also said it was my fault for trying to grab your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, this story in the LA Times, to go even further down the rabbit hole, Tiffany Haddish, she tweeted this out and then immediately deleted it, and she's been getting like burned for it. Like,
oh no, what was it? What she tweeted out?
No, she basically tweeted out the article. So I think that the second part of it is that there's the weird thing on Twitter where you really can't have a nuanced opinion about something, and unless you're like 100% against Jonathan or against this, like she got roasted for doing that. Now Tiffany Haddish also has like a history of other issues on Twitter and people not liking her because of some creepy comedy videos that they have from years ago. And also there was another video of her that somebody was telling her, hey, this company's lowballing you. You should ask for a more price. And then she went back to that company and they said, hey, this person told me that they were lowballing me. Like, you know, like telling on them right away, like, you know, not being discreet about the info. So it is an ongoing situation in Hollywood.
Well, damn. I learned a lot about Tiffany Haddish.
More tea for you to get into, Sophia.
God damn. Okay.
Yeah.
You
go down to Tiffany Haddish. Go just search Tiffany Haddish on Twitter, and there's a bunch of stuff being talked about.
First of all, it's Haddish, okay?
Haddish. There's a lot of stuff about her on there. FYI, I apologize.
You can't just have nice things, no? Okay.
All right. So you guys have both seen us do this, and we're gonna do one last thing, and then we're gonna let Rosa go because she's talked to us about all the entertainment news and how she has Cocaine Bear and Godfather both rated a 4.
They're the same level.
There you go.
Same.
And Paddington,
Exactly.
Paddington 3 or 2. That's
7.
That's a 5-star for you. All of them, all the Paddington.
Both, the one and 2.
All right, and so she's gonna. I'm gonna watch Paddington 1 and 2, and Rosa's gonna rewatch Godfather 1 and 2, and then we're gonna report back here in 6 weeks. All right. All right, so you guys have seen me do this with other people, but since Rosa's here and Sophia's here and it's movie related, I'm going to put myself through something I like to call the bracket bit. And we're going to do a 420 movie bracket related. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to put this up here. And since what I normally do is plan these out for people specifically, what I did is I just wrote all my favorite stoner movies and ones that I could think of here. And now what I can do is I can, there's an order here where I can shuffle the teams, right? Because that way I'm not in control of it. So I want you to tell me how many times should I shuffle? Just once, twice?
What are the teams? Like I can't see.
It's just stoner movies. There's just two stoner movies. Yeah, like Grandma's Boy, Ted, Soul Plane, Dude, Where's My Car? Classic stoner movie. So how many times should I shuffle? Just once?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna hit shuffle teams.
Yeah.
And now they've all been randomized.
All right. Perfect.
So I don't know any of the pairings. You got that?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna go through this bracket bit myself, and then if you guys have any feelings of any of these stoner movies, we can talk about them. All right, we got a tough one right away. Friday or Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
Oh, dude!
Fuck, this could have been.
I love both so deeply. Spicoli, man.
All right, so should I do this, or should it? Since there's 3 of us, should we do majority rule? Or do you guys want me to go
that's a
through
good
it?
one. I don't know. Depends
Rosa,
who it pains the most. This one's painful for me. Rosa,
it's painful for me too. That's why I was gonna do it.
Friday, Fast Time.
Well, it's almost your birthday, so you should go ahead and do it.
All right, I'm gonna do it.
You can feel what all of us have.
Oh yes, this is self-inflicted pain.
Feel the pain.
Feel the pain.
All right,
Masochista. All right, Fast Time at Ridgemont is such a fucking classic. Spicoli.
Damn.
But if I was gonna watch a movie and it was today and it was 420, I would watch Friday. All right. The Whackness or Dude, Where's My Car? The Whackness is a really cool indie movie. It came out a few years ago. If you haven't watched it, check it out. It's based on this guy that's really super obsessed with Biggie Smalls and his lyrics, and they use his music in the movie really well. It's got a really cool, dope soundtrack. It's kind of like a King of New York, King of Staten Island kind of feel to it about this kid in New York, and it's a pretty cool indie from a couple of years ago. But again, we're talking stoner movies, The Cookie's Fortune, and all the cool stuff. I got to go with Dude, Where's My Car?
Nice.
All right, Jay and Silent Bob, oof, or Superbad. Oof. What do you think, guys? Superbad is so good.
Superbad, it just holds Superbad holds a special place in my heart. So
yeah, it's definitely your era of like.
It's my era. Yeah, I saw it in the movie. It was great.
Jay and Silent Bob. It's just you know, motherfucker. Smoking weed, do it go. 40s. Smoking blunts, rolling blunts. Who smoked the blunts? We smoke rolling blunts and
I
smoking
think this is more
blunts.
nostalgic than painful. You're just kind of having a good time.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go with Jay and Silent Bob. Strike. All right, This Is the End or The Night Before. Both of these movies featuring very much the same actor, a few of the same actors, or this one's. This Is the End is really funny. The Night Before, I think, is more of a Christmas movie, although there are a lot of drugs. So I'm gonna go with This Is the End. All right, this is a tough one. Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle or The Big Lebowski. Fuck.
Ooh,
that's hard.
Ooh. Rosa, do you like any of these two?
I mean, obviously The Big Lebowski.
Yeah. But is it more of a stoner movie than Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle? You know what? Harold and Kumar, I think they diluted the product by making so many follow-ups. So I think the stronger one is going to be Big Lebowski in my mind. All right. Okay. The King of Staten Island with Bill Burr and the Boy King of Punani. Or Bill and Ted Excellent Adventure. I think I'm going to go Bill and Ted with Keanu. It's more excellent, dude. Dazed and Confused.
Nice.
Or Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Oh, also nice. Damn.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas is more of a drug movie.
It's not stoner. Yeah, it's like.
It's a great movie to watch if you're high, but it is. They do more drugs in the first 2 pages of that book than anybody will ever do, ever. Yeah. Dazed and Confused. All right. Yeah. Idle Hands or This Is the End. Oh, I think I put This Is the End before twice. Oh. All right, then Idle Hands moves on. Jessica Alba in the pretty funny stoner movie. How High or Soul Plane?
Ooh.
And when I say that Soul Plane's movies, I'm gonna go with How High. Yeah, How High. The Wash or Your Highness? I'm gonna go Your Highness. Super Troop. Oh my God. Oh, this could be the final right here for me. Super Troopers or Pineapple Express? Oh.
Rosa and I are just kind of enjoying this.
Super Trooper. Oh my God. I've seen Super Trooper. I can probably quote Super Troopers shenanigans. Like, do you need my assistance, Bear?
I've never seen it. Sorry.
Super Troopers.
That's an ABBA song to me.
And then Pineapple Express is like the ultimate stoner movie. It's literally a movie about weed.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, fuck. Is this what I do to people? Oh my God. I gotta.
Happy birthday.
I have to reconsider. I've got to reconsider my life choices here. All right. I'm going to go. If I had to watch one of these two movies right now on 420, I would watch Super Troopers.
Oh, okay. There it is. Damn.
I really, it's just more, even though Pineapple Express is a weed movie, Super Troopers is just so fucking fun when you're high. And we called my best friend, one of my friends, Farva, for like 7 years after we watched that movie because he looked just like this character named Farva.
Nice.
All right, Scary Movie or Half Baked? Half Baked. Scary Movie is good, but Half Baked is a classic. Grandma's Boy and Knocked Up. Grandma's Boy is a better stoner movie than Knocked Up, even though there's a lot of weed smoked in Knocked Up.
Yeah.
Up in Smoke or Cabin Boy? You can't go up against Up in Smoke. It's a classic. It's right here. Up in Smoke. All right. We got Ted or Tenacious D. Ted's a teddy bear movie. Tenacious D is kind of a musical stoner movie, but I like Ted a little bit better. Easy Rider, an old school classic movie, or Hobo with a Shotgun. I'm going to go Easy Rider here. Ted or Easy Rider, I'm going to go Ted. Grandma's Boy or Up in Smoke, I'm going to go Up in Smoke. Super Troopers or Half Baked. This is another one that could be a final. I'm going to come back to that. How High or Your Highness, I'm going to go How High. Dazed and Confused or Idle Hands. Dazed and Confused. All right, all right. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures or The Big Lebowski. Big Lebowski. Jay and Silent Bob. Friday or Dude, Where's My Car? Oh, all right. We're going stoner movie. I'm going to go. Friday's more of a general comedy. I'm going to go Dude, Where's My Car?
Yeah.
And then coming back to Super Troopers or Half Baked. Oh, Half Baked. Oh, Half Baked.
You okay there?
Half baked. All right. Dude, Where's My Car? Jay and Silent Bob. Dude, Where's My Car? Big Lebowski. Dazed and Confused. How High or Half Baked? Another tough one. Half Baked. Up in Smoke or Ted? Up in Smoke. All right. These are probably the top 4 stoner movies of all time here. Dude, Where's My Car? Dazed and Confused, Half Baked, or Up in Smoke. Dude, Where's My Car? Dazed and Confused, I probably watched more times. It's got that vibe. It's got McHaney. It's got that high school vibe. It's got, don't forget that when you're celebrating the fact that a bunch of old, rich, slave-owning white guys didn't want to pay their taxes. That's a classic line. Dude, Where's My Car is a stoner movie through and through. All right, I'm gonna go Dude, Where's My Car?
Ooh.
Half Baked or Up in Smoke? Up in Smoke is a classic. I watched it a lot growing up, but Half Baked is really my generation's Up in Smoke. Chappelle, the guy, the story about Nibbles and a 3-legged bitch mother. That's a dog in the movie.
I was gonna say, like, what the fuck are you saying?
You would only understand these references if you watched
it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's gonna be Half Baked, and then Dude, Where's My Car? Half Baked. Half Baked. Oh, that is my favorite.
That's the number 1. All right.
Stoner movie. Well, it made it through the bracket. All right, I'm gonna apologize to everybody that everybody put through that.
You're forgiven.
Oh, it is fun though. It is exhilarating, but I was definitely triggering. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. A lot of people get mad at you for like the really hard, like, you know.
Yeah.
And that happened twice here where you were like, how?
Yeah, Super Troopers versus Pineapple Express was literally like heart-wrenching because Pineapple Express, I have a script that I pitch that I'm hoping to pitch that's basically Pineapple Express meets another movie. So I absorb Pineapple Express a lot as a filmmaker. I really like it. It's really well done. I could definitely write the sequel. All right. Well, I made it through. All right, Rosa. How do you think I did, Rosa, on that one?
You know what? You did good. You didn't suffer as much as I did in the previous ones, but hey, it's better than nothing, right?
Well,
so you're forgiven.
Now that you saw this list, besides How High, was there any other favorite ones of you from there?
Oh, I haven't. I'm gonna admit this. I haven't seen a lot of those movies.
Okay.
But yeah, just the How High. I've seen The Big Lebowski. And some of the other ones. Yes, absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah. But majority of them, I'm like, yeah, I have no idea.
Have you watched the old Cheech and Chong movies at all?
I've seen some.
Okay.
But I have not revisited them.
There's so many though. There's so many. They also are good. All right. Well, Rosa, thank you very much for joining us. We're again thrilled to have you be a part of the team. You can find Rosa on Rotten Tomatoes. You can find her on Letterboxd. You can find her on Twitter at Rosa's Reviews.
Yes. Thank you for being here, Rosa.
Keep up with her, and you know this is one of the places where she will be dropping movie reviews and telling us what's up in the entertainment world. So, thank you for being a part of the team, Rosa, and it'll be fun to see you in a few weeks when Sophia gets back.
Yeah. Yes. No. Thank you so much, guys, for having me on. Sophia, best of luck on everything you're going to be doing, and happiest of early birthdays, Louis. Wishing you both the best, and yeah, I'll make sure to rewatch the Godfather movies.
Okay, have to, both of you, and you watch Paddington, Louis.
I will watch Paddington. Yes, I will watch Paddington. All right, and you know what, Rosa, nothing says happy birthday better than sending me links to movie previews. So I'm just putting it out there.
You know, I'll DM you guys. But speaking of the Godfather, real quick before I leave, have you seen The Offer?
I did. Did you enjoy that better than The Godfather, or did you?
You know what? I did. Maybe because of Miles Teller, but The Offer. Yeah, it's on Paramount Plus.
Oh, The Offer. Yeah.
Yeah, that was interesting to watch. Maybe I'll have a different perspective now that I've seen that.
You know what? After I finished streaming The Offer, I immediately rewatched The Godfather right after that.
Oh,
okay.
It made me really want to rewatch it and stuff like that, and just sort of reappreciate it in a different way. So maybe that'll help.
And maybe I will. Well, we'll find out soon. All right,
we'll find out, Rosa. Thanks for stopping by, Rosa.
Bye, guys.
Have a good evening.
Bye.
And that was Rosa Parra. How you feeling? My dude? You all right?
It was good. It was a tough. I'm not gonna lie. That was tough.
That was a tough one.
That was a tough
you
one.
did it to yourself.
And then I was like, but I wanted to change my mind, and I was like, no, I'm sticking to stoner movie. Not my favorite movie, but stoner movie. Stoner
Because
movie.
Friday's like amazing, but you're right. At some point, I'm like, it's not technically a stoner movie. You know?
Yeah, it's like, you ain't got no job.
Yeah,
Let's
you got
get
shit
high.
to do.
You got shit to do, and Debo, but it's more just like a day in the life comedy.
Day in the
But I
life.
mean, stoner comedy. So yeah. So Up in Smoke is the definition of a stoner comedy. Half Baked, Dude, Where's My Car? Dazed and Confused. Dazed and Confused probably got in there just because I like that movie so much, but I liked it. Yeah. But Super Troopers was my biggest, or Pineapple Express was my toughest choice there. My Sophie's choice. All right, but we got through it.
You know, I watched Sophie's Choice, by the way.
I know you did.
Yeah, I remember I told you. Yeah.
All right, you want to knock out some tabs then before we get out of
Hell
here?
yeah, let's do it. Because
Let's do
I'm
it.
getting increasingly more and more high as the second.
Oh, are you starting to feel it?
Yeah.
All right.
I felt the first little chocolate at first, like after the first half hour, and then the second one I'm starting to. I'm feeling real.
Yeah, you're 90 minutes in. This will be good. All right, let's do it. You know what I was thinking about? It'd be cool if did you ever hear the Beastie Boys song Girls?
Girls, girls.
All I really want is girls.
Yeah.
To do the dishes.
Yes, girls to do the laundry. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think I was gonna see if Kurt would do a song kind of like in that theme, but be like tabs.
Oh my god, that would be so cool. Dude,
to talk about politics, to talk about culture, tabs.
Oh my god, that would be so good. That's a great idea.
Yeah,
Let's
we both
pitch
have
it.
to.
Kurt.
We have to do like the bracket bit thing. We have to both sing it, so we have like a chorus. So that
because we have the intro to No Nama's Way, which is beautiful.
All right, checking up on the Bud Light. This is from.
Do we have it? Yeah, the angle. Go the edge. Wait, the angle. The edge. Oh, the ACLU used to. Do we have it? Wait, yeah, the angle.
He ate it.
So yeah. So
that awkward cut to Laura. Just like,
hey, she might be a succubus, but she's a professional.
She is. She's like, the show must go on. She didn't even check, like, are you okay?
No, she's about it. She's like, my job is to keep the show moving. So, props to her for that.
Props to her, but also, damn, it was not like each other. I would check on you, Lou. I would check on you.
I would, yeah.
After I laughed my ass off.
If anything, if I would have broken like one of the chairs at Horatio's studio when we were streaming live from there, you would have.
I was worried at the festival because that thing was breaking. I was like, oh no, I'm gonna.
Yeah, no. Like I told you, during Slapworthy was like my sweat moment. They had those long ass chairs, and the chairs were the seat were all together, and it was like just hard plastic. And I just put like I just put like one cheek on there, and I was like, that's it. It was a half a cheek at most. I was just like basically just
leaning. Yeah.
All right. So this happened on Twitter about a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you a question. If you're traveling with a child, right?
Yeah.
And the airline gives you popcorn, right? Mm-hmm. And then your kids starting to eat popcorn, and there's popcorn all next to the seat around you because the kid was eating popcorn, and you're pregnant. Mm-hmm. And the airline attendant comes and tells you that you have to get on your hands and knees and clean it up yourself.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
Yeah, no, I know. I heard the story. I've heard both sides, and I have determined that, I'm sorry, but I think I'm gonna side with that's inappropriate, and the airline should clean it up. I heard a very compelling argument that was like, listen, obviously clean up after your kids, right? Try your best, blah, blah, blah. But if you're at a bar and you puke, you don't make the patron clean it up versus, if they drop something and make a mess and they can pick it up easily, then, that's more acceptable. But yeah, so I am of the mind of clean up after your damn kids. But I also think that part of the airline service that you are paying for is for the cleanup if there is a mess that you cannot clean up, right? And if this woman is pregnant, not gonna make her get on her hands and knees and clean it up. Like, you know, I don't know. It just there's something wrong about that. What's your take?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that if the flight attendant told me, I'd be like, no, that I'm not gonna. You don't have to clean it up, but that's just staying there until we get off the plane. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna have my wife do this. But okay, here's the second part of it. He was on the plane with his wife and the kid.
They could have made him clean it up.
So, and even if they're like, hey, could you guys clean that up? I would be like, oh, don't do that. I'll do that if we had decided to clean it up. You know, yeah, I mean, I think you let people like take their feet off on flights. You let people like just be nasty and stuff like that, and people are having sex in the bathroom somehow sometimes.
I hope not. I hope all of these things are like courtesies of maybe don't do that. Don't be the weird guy with your feet out. Yeah. Don't have sex in the. So these are all things that like please don't do. Don't give your kid a lot of popcorn for them to make a mess. But I also think that it's wrong for you to, if the mess is made, for you to be all like, right, hey, you got to get on your hands and knees and do it.
Got it. Yeah, I mean, there's cleaning up and there's doing a little bit, and then it's like, yeah, it's your job. Like if you give the kids a coloring book and a crayon and they draw on the seat, are you gonna make mom clean that up? You gave the kid the thing, and then sure, the parents would maybe be like, no, don't draw on that.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna fucking get some Windex and fucking scrub it down, are you?
The most that I can give this flight attendant of grace is like possibly like, hey, here's some Windex. Could you try to clean it up before the flight lands? And that's it. And even that seems wrong, right? But like, you know, I can see that as a parent, you know, you want to try to also be courteous and like clean up and be like, oh my God, I'm gonna try, you know. At least for me, I'm like, if someone that I know or brought to a certain event makes a mess, I'll be like, oh, let me try to help out as much as I can. So I don't know if they had an attitude. Sounds like maybe an attitude. But I don't want to speculate.
The way this would have gone in polite society is,
oh, let me clean it up. Oh no, let me get it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, hey, listen, my daughter dropped some popcorn. Do you have a little something that I can help clean this up with? And no, don't worry about it. We'll take care of it after the flight.
Exactly. Yes, that's how it should have gone down.
We have a cleanup crew. They're gonna come up here with a vacuum and shit and stuff like that.
Where did we go wrong? Because that is the appropriate response on both parties. And it sounds like, you know what it sounds like? They probably, because here's the thing also, when people get attitude-y, I was not a good waitress. Because when people get an attitude with me, I'm gonna be like, then you pick it up. How about that? So I'm wondering, because the way that he tweeted this, the husband, it sounds like maybe they might have been rude to her, and she was like, how about you pick it up? I can see that. I'm sorry, okay? Because I don't like when people are rude to service people. So
like they feel like, hey, could you clean that up? And she's like,
no, as opposed to
it.
The polite interaction that we just did that we just explained. Maybe it was like a pick it up, like like, you know, like my kid threw that. Like, are you gonna clean it up? Or I don't know, something. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You never know.
But right. The polite society interaction is how I wish this would have gone down.
Absolutely. All right. This is something that I wanted to try to play last week, but we didn't get a chance to. This is, what's her name? So this is one of those people that are like the female Andrew Tate stands that are like, yeah, women, why don't you just fucking clean your pussy and be subservient and fucking do it, you know what I mean? So she had Nick Fuentes, whose whole thing is I'm a racist, and this was I like the pushback that this guy gave her on Twitter.
I did not find.
You hear that?
Yeah, I
did not find him to be racist.
Wait, he was talking.
I did not find Nick to be racist. My staff actually did not find him to be racist.
Wait, he was talking to an Italian girl next to you and saying that she shouldn't have a black boyfriend.
He doesn't believe in. See, I don't really want to go into like the race mixing stuff too much.
No, but he just said he wasn't being racist, and I watched him be racist on your show.
Well, I mean, to me, he says the same things that like there's a lot of people that think like that.
But it doesn't make it less racist just because other people think it.
He was really polite. He showed up on time. Like we just. Yeah.
He also
and honestly, he did a panel and he spoke about his opinions on race mixing, and a lot of people agreed with him.
Okay, but that doesn't change whether it's racist or not, right? But what I'm getting
Do you
to
think it's racist to like? I'm curious.
Yeah.
Do you think it's racist like if I'm Irish and I say I want to date someone that's Irish? Do you think that's racist?
No, but if I say to you, you're Irish, therefore you shouldn't date a black man, that is racist. Yeah.
Well, it's just when he told me he wanted to date an Italian woman. Like he even said he wouldn't want to date a British girl. He'd want to date an Italian woman.
No, he's allowed to date who he wants.
Yeah.
Him telling your Italian friend she shouldn't be dating a black man, that's racist.
Yeah, bro. I love. He's like, well, we're not gonna get into race mixing, but like, bro.
Yeah.
It's dictating what other people can and can't do.
Yeah, her name is Pearl something.
Pearl, girl, Pearl. No, bad takes all around.
Yeah. Well, no, the guy was pushing back on her, but she was trying really hard. Well, he was polite and on time. Yeah, because
I'm sure so was Hitler. I'm sure he was a polite man who was on time. Places.
The trains ran on time during Mussolini's era.
Exactly. Like I don't know, man. I don't know. And also this could be turned into anything. Like it's just about not dictating other people and what they can and can't do, right? Like you can have a preference for who you date on everything, race, height, whatever. But the minute that you start telling other people you can't date said race or said whatever, then it's
he hit back at her perfectly. He's like, well, a lot of people say just because many people say it doesn't mean it's racist.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, is it racist? Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
Yes, it's absolutely racist to be that way. Well, he was on time. Doesn't matter.
I love her. I do love how she responds. She's like, well,
she's trying she is
so
like
hard to minimize it. And it's like,
meanwhile,
no.
If you watch any Nick Fuentes stuff, he's like, yeah, I'm racist. I'm a white nationalist. This is what I'm about.
Own it.
This is me.
If that's your point of view.
It's me. I'm the racist.
Yeah.
It's me.
It's
I'm
me.
the
I'm
racist.
The racist. It's me.
Yeah.
Don't clip that, guys.
No, we're not the racist. We're not the racist.
Oh man. So what do you think about race mixing, Lou?
I have the same theory as the movie. I'm so high right now. There's a movie with Warren Beatty about a guy who runs for president, but then has an assassin he already paid to kill him. And so he just decides to say fuck it and just say everything. And when it comes to race, he's like, I think we should all just keep fucking each other till we're all the same color.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Let's do that.
That's my thought. I think eventually we're gonna all look like Filipinos, but a little bit taller.
Yep. I agree. Slightly taller Filipinos is like
we're gonna be eventually we're all gonna look like slightly taller Filipinos. I'm already halfway there.
A certain caramel color.
Yeah, we're just gonna have that nice little in between, caramel, like middle. We're all gonna end up looking like that.
Let's just all do that, guys, until we get there. We're almost there.
If you're on time and polite, you can't be racist. This is from Reddit, so it was awesome. But yeah, she's a right-wing grifter, and we always said it's easier to be. So it's always easier to grift right to center or to build an audience right of center and stuff like that. And she's really going after that. Andrew, look, it's me. I'm a girl that agrees with Andrew Tate's horrible takes.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like
it's fucking.
You wonder if these people believe anything of what they're saying.
Right. Like, is there such brain rot that they actually believe it? I'm sure there are. I'm sure there's people that actually kind of live by that, which is scary. But I do remember in my N-Log days, guys, listen, we've all been there. It's fine. I had that conversation with one of my friends recently.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are they called now? They changed the name. Your new generation. They're called pygmies. They're called pygmies. Have you heard of that? Okay, so a female that tries, she's a pygmy. She's literally just like, oh, fuck feminism. Yeah, Andrew Tate, blah, blah, like, she's just a pygmy.
Yeah,
like,
she's
girl,
a pygmy.
girl,
absolutely.
stop.
Yeah, because
But he was polite and on time. Girl.
Look, she's a little plainish,
This is more nuanced than that. Okay.
She's going for it. She's like, pick me.
Pick me.
I know what I'll do. I will make myself
Yeah.
prettier by being a
Yeah,
subservient.
it's listen, Gone Girl did it correctly. Like that's literally an N-log. N-log stands for not like other girls. The whole I'm not like other girls type. So I'm one of the boys. I'm cool with the boys.
Yeah, I'm not stuck up like that.
I'm
I'm
not
not like
stuck
that.
up. What do you mean? Feminism?
I'm
No,
like,
ew.
yeah. Didn't Cicely do a character like that? Like every girl from every rom-com.
Yeah, exactly. I am different. And
I worked. She wears like the team sweatshirt.
Yeah,
All right,
I like
we briefly touched on this yesterday. I just wanted to play it.
Came through about how can we stay motivated if we're not going to get a bonus? What can we do? What can we do? Some of them were nice and some of them were not so nice. So I'm going to address this head on. The most important thing we
So for context, this is a CEO of a company where like I think it's a delivery company or something, or they do something. They and nobody's
this is like a
getting
staff meeting, by the way.
Yeah, this is a staff meeting, and apparently this happened after she announced that nobody in the company was getting bonuses. But surprise, she did give herself a $6.4 million bonus.
Nice.
We can do right now is focus on the things that we can control. None of us could have predicted COVID. None of us could have predicted supply chain. None of us could have predicted bank failures. But what we can do is stay in front of our customers, provide the best customer service we can, get our orders out our door, treat each other well, be kind, be respectful.
You know, it's one way to
Focus on
treat
the
each other
future
well.
because it will be bright. It's not good to be in the situation we're in today, but we're not going to be here forever. It is going to get better. So lead by example, treat people well, talk to them, be kind, and get after it. Don't ask about what are we going to do if we don't get a bonus. Get the damn $26 million. Spend your time and your effort thinking about the $26 million we need and not thinking about what you're going to do if we don't get a
Don't
bonus.
ask me about your livelihood and your income. Stop caring about that.
I had an old boss who said to me one time, you can visit Pity City, but you can't live there. So people, leave Pity City. Let's get it done. Thank you.
This is like Kim Kardashian, like, get off your ass and work.
Nobody wants to work anymore.
Nobody wants to work anymore. Bitch, we can barely pay bills. People gotta have 2 to 3 jobs. You think I care about what the fuck, how many cells I make? No. Give me my damn bonus. I'm broke and we live in capitalism and you are in the top. We are, at the bottom, working class, struggling. So yes, I want to know about my bonus.
Okay.
What a bitch. What a fucking bitch. Sorry, I don't use the word cunt a lot, but cunty McGee.
Okay. Okay. There's some context added to this tweet that says she received 1.29 million bonus in 2022 and 1.1 in 2021, and this year hasn't been determined out yet, including hers. But the fact that she's been giving herself bonuses, and
if she truly were to live by what she just said, then that bonus would go to all her employees, everyone under her. But no, as long as I get mine, I'm good. You guys need to stop asking for a bonus and work for me to make me money. Y'all are terrible. Y'all are disgusting.
All right, another Hellscape watch here. We got listen, I canceled all my subscriptions to DoorDash and Uber and stuff as part of my yeah. So now when I want food, I really got to go out and get it. But this happened to a DoorDash driver. He delivered something to a hospital, and the person said that they never got the order and canceled it, and then they gave him like a strike or something. So the context of this video that we're watching now is that, and he's walking up to her in the hospital here.
Excuse me, is Chris still on the clock?
Who?
Chris K. Okay.
Do you know what office you're looking at?
There she is. Hello. So you didn't get the DoorDash order?
I'm sorry.
You didn't get the DoorDash order from earlier? She even saw you with the food. I mean, you guys have cameras here. You said the order never arrived. What do you mean?
Oh no, she did.
So why does it say that the customer says the order never arrived? Okay. Like, were you just trying to get free food and put my job on the line? Okay. Well, we have to figure something out because it says the customer says the order never arrived, and I got a contract violation. I'm an independent contractor. Okay. So that puts my job at risk. So we're gonna have to call DoorDash support off your phone because I wasn't the one that said the order never arrived. It's an on your side of things. What? It doesn't just randomly happen magically. You have to get a hold of DoorDash support directly to say that the order never arrived.
Okay. It's a shared account, so it might be something that somebody else can access. Me, I would have to talk to them.
Ma'am.
Okay, well, we're gonna. Yeah, I'm currently at work too, and now my job's at risk because of. I don't know. She said your boyfriend's name is Chris. She said she saw you with food. So you got the food earlier, right? Okay. Yeah, first. Okay. Okay. Well.
I could have used the wrong card and he refunded.
It wasn't. You can't refund it. It's you. You reported the order as never arrived. There's no refund about that. Well, maybe, I mean, there is a refund if you don't get your order, I think, for your food. But that's the point of that is people don't get, like, my job's at risk. I can't just give you free food and sweep it under the rug. Like, it's not how it works. Like, I have a job too. I have 5 kids.
So,
damn.
So how do you feel so far about this?
It hurts because, you know, the bitch we were talking about before this, the rich lady.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks to see 2 broke people. I'm sure she lied, got her food, and just needs the money as well. And now she put his job on the line. And it just sucks to see 2 people lower working class just fighting each other because probably both are broke and trying to cheat the system to get ahead. And in this case, I'm glad he stood his ground because he's on the right. Like, he has a job. He needs to provide. So that's not okay.
Look, and I've talked to like drivers and Uber drivers and Uber drivers and stuff about this before. And the thing is that once people figure out that there's a way to game that system, like especially with contactless delivery during COVID, it really, since you didn't really even have to meet the person and stuff, it sort of made people a little bit colder about. Tips went down. Things like that, you know, like if you see the person and you can see that they took care with the order and stuff like that, you know, it makes sense that tips went down during that time and stuff like that. But yeah, I had a policy for the last several years when I was using them a lot, which was that if it was a local small restaurant, even if they didn't get my order 100% right, or if there was, you know, they gave me this instead of that, I wouldn't really like to fuck them over because I know that DoorDash and Uber are taking like 33% off top, right? And I would try to tip, and sometimes, you know, I would tip them in cash. That way I didn't have to go through the app and all that stuff and be like, I didn't put a tip in here, but here I'm tipping in cash. And they would be like, yeah, absolutely, great job. But if it was like a big company, right? But if it was like Burger King, or if it was like a corporation, like, when, you know what I mean, and it wasn't the driver's fault and they had clearly something, then fuck yeah, I'm saying this ain't here, this ain't here, and I take my free meal, whatever, my credits or whatever. Yeah, so that's one thing. But there's people that are like, oh, I can just hit didn't get my order.
It affects people.
It affects people and stuff like that, right? Well, the shit gets deeper.
It gets deeper.
Update. Hi, Alexander. We regret to inform you that your Dasher account has been deactivated. We received a report that you had created an unsafe environment by using abusive language or verbally assaulting another person while engaging with the DoorDash platform. After completing our investigation, we determined this conduct to be in violation of your, what he said before, independent contractor agreement and DoorDash deactivation policy. So
he lost his job.
So DoorDash fired him for using violence. So he was, you could tell he was pissed. He did definitely have like a, we're gonna have to go through your phone and do this, but I don't think it rises to the level of violence.
No, not at all. No, but You know, unfortunately, in the customer's always right type of country that we live in, it's like, yeah, that bitch wasn't gonna say she did anything wrong, you know? So,
So
oh
she
no,
kind of
Parra Alexander.
Karen.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what? It's unfortunate because like I know a few people that are pretty close to me that always cheat the system and don't think of the other person on the end, and it's like sad.
Yeah. No, I definitely, yeah. I mean, it's there. Like you can do certain stuff, right? But it's just like, why, man? Why are
Yeah.
you gonna be like, oh, like no? I mean, listen. Like I said, if it's Subway, if it's something like that, and if they fuck up my order, I'm like, you know what? Hey, I didn't want this, or I didn't, you know, and you
Mm.
fuck it. You know, you get it. You like it's just fair that you get the $7 or $8 credited back to your account. They don't give you back the fucking delivery charges and none of that shit. They're like, we're keeping this shit, motherfucker.
Yeah.
But yeah, you gotta.
I do feel like it's unfair for if hypothetically, let's just say even the delivery didn't happen or whatever. Like, I don't know. It just seems unfair that it wouldn't be on DoorDash's. You know, like why blame Alexander? I mean, I get it because he's a delivery guy, but I don't know. Like, what if UPS or Amazon started doing this? Do they do it? Like the Amazon delivery guy?
Yeah, that's why they always take a picture. That's why
Yeah.
She's like, that's why they
So then what
demand.
happens if they take a picture, then the person lies and says it never got there?
Then they have to pay for
Amazon,
it. Yeah.
yeah.
You know what it depends on? It depends specifically what it depends on, and I'm sure your friends that are gaming the system know this, is that you can't do that more than a couple of times until they're like, hey, listen, you've already, you know, you've cried wolf a bunch of
A
times.
bunch of times, yeah.
Yeah, well, you're gonna
So we
send
gotta
that. You
do
have to.
something about it.
You gotta send me some proof. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like they just don't take your word for it after a while. So
Yeah.
if you cry wolf through them a bunch of times, then they're not gonna do it.
Yeah.
But I
Or
think
like credit
maybe
cards if you say fraud like too many times. Yeah.
yeah, if
That's tough.
they but I think maybe in this case he's like, oh, it's a hospital, there's cameras, it's lit, somebody's seen me drop it off. Like maybe he didn't feel the need to take a picture in that moment or something like that. Because I feel if you but again, hey,
That's a
listen,
bummer. He should. Yeah. It
I've had
sucks because.
I've had it happen where
Uh-huh.
my food, this was way back in the days of DoorDash and stuff, I think through the pandemic, but I've had my food show up like eaten. Like they just like an empty box, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
somebody was like, nah, sometimes I'd be like, nah, that sandwich smelled too good, and I'd be like just missing something, or they just ate the fucking
I
you know what
feel
mean?
you. Yeah, there was one time they
You know?
delivered it to like a building away, and they
Yeah.
took a picture and said delivered, and we were like, bro, it like melted in the sun. Like, what do you mean?
No, or I've had people that just, and then listen, man, if you're broke and you sign up for Uber one day and you're literally broke, you're living out of your car, you're doing something like that, and they're like, hey, go pick up fucking $60 of food for $3. And then you're like, fuck, I need to find a different job tomorrow anyway. And you're like, fuck it. Because I've
Made it.
seen like
Yeah.
my delivery people and they were newer, and all of a sudden I see my food is like driving away. And I'm like, it's it's getting further away. It's going out to like it's going out to East County, and then suddenly it's like, boop, oh, there was an error with your
Yeah.
delivery. And
You know
you're like,
what? They needed to eat. It's okay.
it's all right, man. Listen, if you
But
would
he
tell
did.
me
But
when
in
I'm
this
broke,
case, he didn't do that. That's what I mean. That's
no,
sad.
but you could see why people would be like, all right, are we really hungry tonight? Because we can just do DoorDash until we find
We're
somebody with a big ass order.
all broke and trying to cheat the system in some way because the system cheats us. Okay, it just sucks when there's infighting and it fucks other people over. So that sucks.
Absolutely. Yeah. So man, I don't know. I think if there's a lot of pressure on that post tagging DoorDash and stuff, so hopefully something good will come out of it.
Hopefully,
But I guess
give him his job back, DoorDash.
Yeah. So in further Hellscape watch, this is something that we had.
This been the longest Hellscape. Jesus.
I mean, we're just going into tabs and stuff too.
That's true.
So this is a thread that was kind of interesting about the Republicans and how they're really freaking out about the fact that young people are not voting Republicans. Like,
no one likes you. Go away.
They're literally trying to make it more difficult to vote at colleges. They're trying to eliminate early voting across all
Because they're
states.
so fucked. If Gen Z shows up to vote, they're so fucked.
Wisconsin scared the fuck out of them because some of the numbers in some of the like campus cities outdid numbers in like bigger districts, but so many more people in those college districts came out to vote that they flipped the Supreme Court of Wisconsin, and they did a lot of shit, and it was all Gen Z, it was all the college kids, man.
Let's go.
Yeah. But here's a good thread from A Money Resist about all the issues. You know, the Reagan trickle down economics has widened the gap between rich and poor so much. Like you said, everybody's broke. A lot of people will never be able to own a home, much less earn a living wage.
Nope.
They haven't increased the minimum wage since 2009. It should be $27 by now. You're forcing people to work multiple jobs. You're fundamentally opposed and want to kill democracy. You know, you staged a fucking coup the last time you lost.
Yeah.
You have abused your disappropriate Senate control that you got by gerrymandering to pack SCOTUS, roll back rights. Yeah. You refuse to act common sense gun control laws, you know, and then you got a fucking generation of kids that grew up on fucking shooter drills that are traumatized, and they're smart enough to realize that you're
all those kids grew up.
Yeah.
You've been fucking us up the ass, okay? And poor millennials were just in the middle. Gen X as well. But the boomers are the ones that got the real wealth. All right. And now we have a whole generation of broke people. So what are we going to do?
And they want to stay in charge long enough so that they don't get eaten.
We're overworked, underpaid, and can't own a house, you guys.
Yeah. You are opposing all programs that provide assistance to those who need it. You refuse to expand Medicaid during a pandemic.
Don't have health care. No.
You're against free school lunches.
Yeah, exactly. Can't even get what?
How do you like, oh, what's our party about? What are some of the talking points? Yeah, we're against fucking free school lunches.
Fuck books.
Fuck them kids. They literally are the Michael Jordan, fuck them kids, me.
Yeah.
Like that's literally them.
Your policy is burning books, transphobia, and shooting Bud Light cans. Like, bro.
You're unequivocally against controlling climate change. You oppose anything that provides assistance. You are banning books, defunding libraries, barring subject matter, whitewashing history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All true. I see no lies here.
You oppose universal health care and are still trying to buy the appeal the ACA.
Yeah.
You embrace white nationalists, neo-Nazis, and other groups. You oppose every bill aimed at making life better for our nation's youth. You say you want to protect the children while you nominate pedophiles, attack trans youth and drag queens. You pretend to be offended by anti-Semitism by literally supporting, electing, and speaking at events by Nazis. Every word you utter is a lie.
I like this person. Who's this person?
They're A Money Resist on Twitter. There's a lot of good stuff like this.
Good shit.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff over here. So yeah, you are the reason we can't pass universal background checks, assault weapons ban, the For the People Freedom to Vote Act, the ERA equality, the climate action, stop violence against women at SCOTUS expansion. And then another one that I think they match is like they're so fucking bitter and angry that they're suing to stop people from getting like $10,000 worth of fucking help.
Yeah.
Which is fun. Yeah.
You guys, that's life changing to me, but no, y'all are gonna block it.
Yeah.
Don't ask me why I don't vote for you. What's wrong with you? Come on.
In Florida, the whole narrative about the Don't Say Gay being entirely on the basis that young children in K through 3 shouldn't hear about gender sexuality has now been expanded through 12th grade.
Oh my gosh.
Big surprise. The Florida Board of Education votes to expand so-called Don't Say Gay rules through. No, it's not a whole. We don't want it to be forever for everyone. We just think from kindergarten to 3rd grade. Won't you agree that at least from kindergarten to 3rd grade, we shouldn't expose our children to that? That's all we want.
Yeah.
6 months later. Oh, you know what? Let's just go ahead and make it all through 12th grade.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
No notes.
These people. And yet we get indoctrinated with Disney, man, woman kissing and stuff like that. You don't see that as grooming a little bit? All right.
Pastor Alex says, atheist, if Jesus is not real, then please explain this.
That explains gay to me. Look, it's a rainbow.
It's refractory light, guy. It's a thing that happens.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a thing.
That just means that the agenda's working.
That's
Jesus loves the gays.
Yeah, so that was definitely a oh sorry, where was that? Huh? Sorry. Oh, I lost it.
Oh no! Oh no!
But basically,
Yeah.
the whole thing was like, yeah, this just means Jesus was super gay or something.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
there
rainbow,
was.
guys. It's a rainbow.
Yeah, there was a. I remember I had a conversation with my dad a long time ago, and I was telling him I don't think I believe in God or all that stuff, and he was like, a really compelling argument I heard was, think of the human eyeball. Think of how perfect it is. We are built in God's design. And I was like, yeah, but like I can poke it and like you're blind. It's not that perfect. Your testicles are outside of your body. Why are they not inside? I can kick you. And like I was like, it's not that perfect of a design. I don't see the point you're making here.
Yeah.
So whenever it's like when people are like, look outside, God is everywhere. It's like, okay, well I can call that, the whatever. You can make any deity. You can say, that's why paganism came back as well. We're more into nature and stuff like that. I'm like, God is subjective, you guys. All right. Just because you see a waterfall with a rainbow, I can say that that's also that Jesus was gay. Okay. And it has the same validity as what you said.
Yeah.
So think about it when you make arguments like that. All right.
The rainbow cloud. It just means,
Exactly.
It's a rainbow. It means there's light passing through water. There's a name for it.
There's an actual explanation, yeah, for sure, but they don't want to hear it. They're just kind of like,
That
no,
was like,
means Jesus is real. Well, I think Jesus liked to hard rod up his booty, but okay.
You think
Hi, listen.
Okay. You think Mary Magdalene was like, take it, Jesus?
Yeah. What was I'm like, you really think homegirl was a virgin? Come on. She done fucked. She fucked.
She was pegging Jesus. Is that
She
what
was
you're saying?
pegging Jesus, you guys.
Blasphemy. Mm-hmm. Our right to center Christian Catholic conservative viewers are up in arms right now.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I think we've lost them at this point. I hope they're high as fuck as well.
Yeah, it's 420, man. This is
happy 420, y'all.
Yo, 420. All right. The last things we had here was Lawrence. Okay, so basically, Fox News got settled their Dominion lawsuit for $787 million. But basically, this was $787 million. So they might be getting rid of some of the people that are vulnerable because they got sued for basically saying that the Dominion voting machines were definitely cheating. And
that's awesome, and they actually lost.
They settled because they were getting sued for like 1.6 billion, and they settled for 787. That's a lot of money.
Still a lot of money.
That's a lot of money to pay out because and you know why they had to pay money? Because their commentators and anchors could not say three little words, and those little words were "if that's true." So you have Rudy Giuliani on there and say the Dominion voting machines were definitely rigged in Panama and Caracas and Ho Chi Minh Trail or whatever the fuck they were pretending. Mm-hmm. And then all you have to do is like, hey, if that's true,
allegedly.
Yeah, or allegedly, if that's true, then that's going to be a problem and stuff like that. But no, they just were like, great. Oh my God, that's so scary. And that's why they paid a $787 million settlement. Pretty interesting.
Yeah. If you don't want to get sued for defamation, just say, in my opinion.
Mike Pillow, the CEO, Mike Lindell, is gonna he was making crazy ass claims before. This is more fuck around, find out. He said if anybody can debunk his $5 million his claim, and somebody debunked, and now he's being ordered to pay. If anybody can debunk my conspiracy, I'm going to give you $5 million. And then there's a guy.
And then there you go. Somebody did it. Yeah, very good.
He's going to be ordered to pay that money.
Por pendejo. Our best friend. What's up, girl?
All right. So trigger alert on this. I'm going to mute it when he gets to it. But she says F word a lot in this. So, but I think I can.
There's nothing worse than like conservatives that are fake conservatives. And you know they're fake conservatives. But a good test for me is I start using words that like.
Okay. So then she says she uses the F word and she throws it around.
Throw the word fag.
Oh, hey.
And see how they react. If it's a rhino you're dealing with, they'll usually like wince almost. If it's a not rhino, he or she will laugh and be like, and it'll add to the humor, it'll add to the entertainment quality of the joke.
Oh my God, that's so funny. A bitch is so funny.
So Ana Perez Oh my God. Bien pendeja. Says that when she's trying to figure out if somebody's a real conservative, she'll start throwing around the F word around.
Be as homophobic and racist as possible. All right. Use the N word, throw it in there, sprinkle it a bit. F N A B C. Let's just all the words. Just throw it in there. Let's see how they react. If they wince, they're not real Republicans there. All right.
So basically, you could add this to this thread of why the Republicans are fucking God, because the way they test each other is by just being racist and transphobic.
That's the real test. You know what I mean?
And homophobic. And if you don't wince.
But my thing is like, this girl is getting what she wants. It's the attention. It's the followers. She doesn't. I mean, listen, she could believe in what she fucking says, but I'm just saying that I think that she just says the most obnoxious, racist, homophobic shit, and now she's probably profiting. Cause the right wing people get actually paid at a very low level. There's this like guy called Ethan Schmidt or whatever that's just a troll, like low level troll, walks into Build-A-Bear workshop and makes fun of their Pride Month stuff. Just like literal low level troll. He actually is getting paid quite a bit to do that. Yeah, Lego. Yeah, exactly. And he just harasses people, but they actually are making money, So this bitch is probably getting paid a lot of money for being a cunt.
So should we do Hellscape weapons and also be like the right watch?
Yeah.
Listen. 641,000 views. I mean, are we going to change our political affiliations for that many views?
Should we just become right-wing grifters? I'll start saying the F word. I'll do it. Just kidding.
The problem with them beaners is
them beaners and wetbacks.
I'm not one of them beaners that's gonna steal your job, man. You don't have to worry about me.
Yeah. I shut the door as soon as I came through. Let me tell you, they can go home. It's funny, dude. One of my cousins, so funny story real quick. One of my cousins, I have family that were born in Mexico, went to Seattle. Obviously they're illegal, right? But my cousins grew up American. So they didn't know they were illegal. And one of my cousins in particular would be like, beaners, like fucking like go home, like all this shit, right? And we're like, bro, where are your papers? Like, and he shook his world. He had no idea he was illegal. But he was like a very MAGA Trump guy. And we were like, have you wondered where are your papers? Just look for them. Ask your mom real quick.
Ask your mom. Where's your
He got real quiet. Passport? Yeah, exactly. Where's your passport? Do you want to go travel? Let's go. Let's go on a trip. Come to Europe with me. And he just was shook. He was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Por pendejos.
Morenazis.
Morenazis. Yeah, so this bitch fucking Perez, whatever. Like, all right. Listen, I don't like to make fun of Latinas. I like to support whatever, but there's terrible people. There's scum of the earth in every single group, and she's one of them. So come at me, bitch. Come at me.
She sings, well, I'm pretty and Latina. I can say anything because my pretty Latina voice is valuable.
I'm pretty and Latina too, bitch. And I say you a cunt ass bitch. Come at me. Sorry, I'm very
We're here to find the good Republicans. No.
Yo.
Yeah, no. I'm not even gonna say I could change her because I wouldn't want to.
I am an idiot.
I thought somebody here was like, I wonder how she reacts when people say she's cross-eyed.
Oh my god! You cross-eyed bitch! Look at me!
Look, I know you're dealing with.
Usually... really look at me. Who are you looking?
Look at me! Who are you looking at?
It looks like you're looking at Ana. Okay.
We are off the rails, bro. This episode, I don't know what it is. We are way off the rails right now.
I'm gonna say this one's stupid.
Oh my god. Happy 420, everyone.
Happy 420.
Oh jeez.
We'll say this first.
We're canceled. We're never gonna make it.
All right. Local news investment group proposes massive MLS soccer in Chula Vista. We're all for that, right?
Wait, what happened? Who did
they're considering down the street, down on J Street, using this territory. I think it's by the sanctuary.
I don't know, man. They're already selling they're building a resort. They're building big ass like luxury condos or whatever. So for them to also do a stadium, I don't know, man. It just feels like feels like they're
If
kicking
the
us
end
out.
goal, if the end goal was like, because if you think about it, it'd basically be like what's the Seaport Village? If it'd be like Seaport Village, Chula Vista, you know, with
Yeah,
the hotels
exactly.
and then a soccer stadium.
Yeah. By the way, the resort is gonna be called, what is it called? Fuck. I think it has gay in the it's a very queer name. It's funny. They're billionaires, but whatever. Resort in Chula Vista. It's being built. Like gay, it's like Gaylord. I think it's Gaylord. Hold on, what is it?
Oh, okay.
I don't know. But it's a funny. Yeah, Gaylord Pacific Resort Convention and Convention Center. So we're gonna have a convention center and it's called Gaylord. I'm
The only
fucking stoked for the name.
I love the idea, and I love the idea of a soccer stadium here, but it's just gonna. The problem with that is it's gonna raise everybody's rent in like West
The
Chula Vista,
rent, bro. Dude, the fact that like
and the traffic
I
around
was,
H Street and Broadway over there would
could you
be.
imagine?
Yeah.
We have an amphitheater. I live on Main Street. Like y'all, that already causes a lot of traffic. I don't need to get it on the
Yeah.
other end too.
Yeah. This would be like very weird because J
I
Street,
don't want it.
the marina, like there's already J Street Marina. Yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah, it's I don't know, man. I like
Let's
Chula
not
Vista
do it.
I like Chula Vista the size it is now. You know,
Leave it. Yeah, it's already too big, first of all.
yeah, it's a big city, man.
Like
It's a big
East
city.
Lake should not be part of Chula. Why is it
Yeah,
part of
it brings in a lot of tax money, I guess, because there's no way for us to go north or south, so the only way we can expand is east.
But the 125 isn't even paid off for. It's like we haven't. Let's just not do it.
What I love about Chula Vista is that's it's like it's got I love the all the different zones. Like it's almost 3 different cities because
Yeah.
West Chula Vista is like a classic LA, like California little city area with like
Yeah.
shops and stuff. It looks the same as parts of LA and stuff like that. It's very California,
Yeah.
And then the middle part where I'm at and we're at the little it's got so many like little residential houses and stuff,
schools,
high
yeah.
schools, little, and then so many houses. I
Yeah.
love that part. And then if you want urban sprawl, you go across the 805 and then you got.
But now we're gonna have convention centers and a resort and possibly a fucking stadium with a soccer team. Like, I'm sorry, that's a lot.
And it's not only for like Major League Soccer, but they're also saying like soccer teams from Mexico might play some of their home games there. Imagine the fucking desmadre on Broadway and Third Avenue.
And the borderline is already so long.
Yeah.
Like,
But like if like the team from TJ played some home
Cholos.
games there, yeah, that'd be fucking.
I mean,
insane.
listen, selfishly, that would be cool because I avoid Cholos game because they built the stadium in the stupidest place in Mexico, like in TJ. It's like up in it's like anyway, it's a bitch to get to the stadium. So I don't know why they built it there. It was the wrong place. So I avoid it like the plague. So if it was down the street, I might go to more Cholos games. But
yeah. And I don't have a Major League Soccer team. Like I used to root for the Red Bulls when they first came out because it was a New York team, but now there's 2 teams in New York.
That's a team, the Red Bulls. Really?
New York, I think it was what they call it, the New York Red. Yeah, I think there's 2 teams in New York. There's a team that used like a weird name, and then there's 2 teams in New York. I know that. But those teams all became New York teams while I was already out here, so I don't really feel like an elite. So if San Diego had got a Major League Soccer team, I'm all in because I don't really want to root for any of the LA teams, and I want to get more into Major League Soccer. So if San Diego brought a stadium and a Major League Soccer team here, I'd love it. But you know what? Keep it in Mission Valley.
Yeah,
that's a place that if you really have to get to, but I don't know, man. I like kind of Chula Vista the size it is.
I like Chula how it is. And then do I really need another team to root for? Kind of chilling.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys. I don't know. I might move out of the state. I move out of this country. Who knows?
Everybody wants to leave.
Everyone's leaving. It's not fun anymore. They're making a Gaylord resort, and it's not about the gays. I learned, so it's not even the fun gays.
I thought this was funny. This is Stewie doing the "We'll Do It Live" bit.
Hey, where's Stewie? That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. Okay, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter.
There it is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean? To play us out?
Play us out.
To end the show?
Yeah.
All right, go. In 5, 4, 3. That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we'll leave you with it. I can't do it. We'll do it live.
Do it live.
We'll do it live.
Fuck it.
Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks. In 5, 4, 3. That's tomorrow. That's it for us today. I'm Stewie Griffin.
I love that, man. I love doing that 'cause it's so true to when you're making a movie or something, and then an actor fucks it up. He's like, "All right, don't worry, keep rolling. Come on, let's do it again." In 3.
It's so fucking funny. The bloopers. Sometimes the bloopers are not funny. Like they're like, "No, stop," and then action. It's hilarious. It's very awkward to be on set sometimes.
It's cool.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's all I have for us tonight. So, we have
Bienvenido a mis ways.
Kim Kardashian Photoshop fail. Nobody cares.
No.
She's
okay. She'll be fine. She'll be fine.
Let's see. Let me just go through these. No, we had one no names way, but when I was checking, I had seen it earlier, and I sort of already answered it because it was about how much edibles you should take on 420. And
Nice.
if it's your first time, like I said, like Sophia did, just go easy. Don't go insane.
Was not my first rodeo, let me tell you.
Exactly, but
Dude, the first time I did edibles was in high school in my history class, and I took too much. Had to pee next. Was not fun.
All right, I'm gonna play this clip real quick before we go. This is a behind the scenes shot when we did pothead etiquette.
Yeah.
It's me goofing off while we're doing the thing.
Tonight's story: aliens living amongst us. This guy. No, just kidding. If you're watching this, you are watching Pothead Etiquette, and we are very high.
Were you high?
Of course.
Alien Week.
Nice.
Is it real? News at 11. This is Pothead Etiquette.
So we take our job very seriously.
Chance the Rapper. Harmless hip hop MC, or deep web dark underlord of the pop world.
Are you riffing, or did you think?
Yeah. This is all me just improv.
Nice.
Today's top news: when you lend somebody a shirt, are they required to wash and iron it for you before they turn it back to you, or should they just leave it on the chair?
Who's behind?
Pothead and clothing etiquette.
Laura.
Next up.
Yeah, I think I heard Laura.
Laura Jean.
Yeah, Laura Jean.
She says she's not related to the creator of The Simpsons, but follow the money.
I had so many less few tattoos.
Calling
I know your
Algie.
arms are bare.
Yeah.
Pothead etiquette, dedicated to smokers, tokers, and midnight blokers. What?
You did not. Midnight jokers.
This is a 2 a.m. burrito news bulletin. Chiclets just in. Things to get at the border. Chiclets or Don Quixote statuettes.
Yep. Those hats.
Bed covers with a giant heart and moon on them. All right. How we doing? Are we ready?
Going hard on those chiclets.
Right? Let's do it.
Pothead etiquette. Happy 420, everybody.
Oh man, happy 420. It's a good day to be high.
Happy birthday to you. What are we
Thank
doing
you.
on Tuesday?
We're probably gonna do. Well, you know what I researched today is the top strip clubs in Dago. Apparently, Pacers by far and away is a thing.
Yeah,
So-
Pacers is where you want to go. Are we going? Are we saying on this on air? Yo. I've been saving.
saving dollar bill.
For the Pacers or what? So, because you said, I was like, I don't have money. I'm going to Europe, whatever, right? And you're like, but I want to, for my birthday, let's do a strip club. And I was like, let me save my tips. Let me save my $1 bills.
Ooh, that's perfect. No, then we're going.
Yeah?
Yeah, why
I
not?
can't stay up though. I fly out the next day, so I can't.
No,
go crazy.
I'm saying let's go Tuesday, to a happy hour. Hey, thank you, Mrs. Mello.
Yay, Mello, let's go to the strip club.
But I'm just saying, it's not like man, I want lap dances or I want this. I'm just like, I just think it would be cool to go with like our crew, like a vibe, and just fucking go have a couple of drinks, you know?
Well, y'all came out yesterday, and I think everyone's gonna hang out, right?
Yeah, yeah, it would just be cool. Like I'm saying, they open at 5, so we could go meet up somewhere like 3, 4, have a couple of drinks somewhere, like cheap, you know, happy hour drinks, maybe somewhere close by, and then go to the strip club for a couple of hours. Why not? It's always more fun. We have a mix of people, you know, hot chicks, Mellows
true.
down. Yeah, why not?
Cool. Nice. Happy birthday.
Yeah, it'll be a happy birthday. Let's see.
I'm excited.
Yeah, so
I was like, I either spend this here or I spend it in Paris at a strip club in Paris.
There you go. Why not both?
I don't got the funds, bro. Because
what countries are you going to be in?
Paris, Austria, Budapest. Gonna go to Poland for a bit. Yeah, I'm stopping by in Budapest. I think I'm gonna do a thermal pool there, and then I'm going to Slovenia, which I'm excited. Ljubljana. I might. That is one of the cities that I might move to. So I'm gonna be shopping around for a husband or wife over there. Yes.
Slovenia?
Yes. So it's one of the like cleanest, happiest, and best economies, specifically Ljubljana.
For acting?
Very white though. No, they have no acting. I know. I'm just trying to get hitched over there. You're trying to get healthcare. I'd like some healthcare. And
how's the internet connection for the show?
Super great. Over there.
They got fiber internet?
No, I'm gonna if I do pod, if we stream, I would want to do it in Paris.
No. I meant in general, like if you move there so we could still do the podcast.
Oh, yeah. First world country. They're doing way better than the States. Like like beautiful. I'll let you know though. I'm first account. Everyone there's super white though. So like,
yeah.
I would be the only person of color in probably the whole country.
You got a little bit of color. You can pass.
I thought
you do your makeup right. You can pass as Sophia.
No, I thought I could and then I went to Spain. When I went to Barcelona, it was like the biggest shock to my system because I was like, I'm pretty light skinned. I can totally be a Spanish girl, right? Like I'm gonna fit in. No, they took 2 looks at my eyebrows and they were like, "Where the fuck are you, India, coming from?"
True. You can't hide those.
I was like, well, never mind. Now I feel racially. I don't know.
No, you can't.
I feel like a target. This is sad. Yeah.
Sorry. That's all right.
Not wide enough, sadly, Yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully we'll get some updates, and then if you can do some impromptu streams, we'll do some videos. We're still going to be releasing an episode each week online. Tomorrow's will be I don't know.
Happy 420.
Don't count on an episode today. Depends on how.
This is the last one. Wait, this is the bye birthday stream. Holy
shit. Bye birthday stream. We're gonna be gone for several weeks. Yes,
3 weeks.
Our next live show will be. I will tell you right now in specifics.
When I come back, I will be on a reality show.
Yeah, my birthday's on the 25th, and our next live show will be May 25th. So it'll be a month from now will be our next live show. You're going to be gone for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
but we'll still be uploading podcasts.
Yeah, we'll still be uploading podcasts, and I still might fuck around and do some IRL streams or some gaming or some poker or some sports contents on my other brands. So I still might be checking in with you guys if I get the itch. If I get the itch to go live, I'll probably do that through Fireside Chats, which I haven't done. That's my own other podcast, and I've been sort of ignoring it. So we might take the time to still be live and do some stuff. Interview some white people, some people that are too white for Mi Gente shows, Latino Spotlight.
This is a big Latino area, but
maybe I'll turn Fireside Chats into my right-wing grifter show.
Ooh. Okay, I like that. Yeah. You go over there, you talk your shit, and then you come back here.
Yeah, you come back here. Yeah.
The problem is the followers would never overlap. Like they would take 2 seconds into the show and they'd be like unsubscribing, unfollowing.
And we never talk about your poly appearance, but I could imagine if some of that audience crossed over. Like some of the when I was on his show, some of the audience like popped in on one of my next episodes, and then they were like, no,
never mind. Yeah,
never saw. No,
2 seconds in Hellscape, and they would be out.
Yeah.
Out.
2 seconds. They're like, not you, Sophia. I thought you
Clutching
were one
my
of the good.
pearls.
That you were one of the good ones. Oh,
I know. I disappointed you. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Hey, Polly,
no.
it was. I was gonna. Maybe next time we go back, I had a little rebuttal about his John Leguizamo take. Not even because he did a decent one, and about people freaking out about the Latinx thing, but we've done it before, so maybe we'll save that. Maybe we'll have Polly step on or something.
That would be cool. That would
Yeah,
little
he
back
gave me a
and forth
good.
on Johnny Legs.
He gave me some good shout outs and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
you know, he gave us a shout. So it was, you did great on that. So
Thank you. Appreciate it.
more appearances for you on other pods, and you know, make a lot of connections. Make sure that
Well,
I
not
give
a
you
lot, but I will be doing the react show for the.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I gotta make sure that you have a bunch of the. I'll give you a shitload of these so you can take them with you.
Yeah, I have a few, but I'm a run out if I. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll give you like another 100 or 200 or something like that.
I'll
so
be
that you
sticking
can
those everywhere.
Yeah, definitely. Paris,
Sticking
train
them.
stations, what have you. Get after it. All right, guys. Thank you for everybody that tuned in. Thank you for all the birthday wishes I was getting offline during this. Thank you for everybody that's listening. Make sure that you're watching this. All the good things. We'll be back in a month.
Yes.
In the meantime, enjoy some clips and stuff. Thanks, Mello, for sticking around. Thanks for
Love you,
coming and
Mello.
hanging out yesterday. We will see you guys in real life on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And
Happy birthday.
then, thank you. And happy rest of your evening. Hopefully it's high and mighty.
Happy.
All right, we love you
420.
guys. Peace out, man. Happy 420.
Hasta
Bye-bye.
luego.
Smoke them if you got them.
Vamos, papá, hay que irnos. Me estoy aguantando desde que pusieron el domo.
Puedes esperar. Muchas personas trabajaron en esta película y solo quieren que te aprendas sus nombres de memoria.
Y yo quiero asegurarme de que ningún animal resultó lesionado durante la filmación de esta película.
Listo. Uy, palomitas de renuevo.
Cuatro años de escuela de cinematografía para eso.